live, so
Nah, I mean, I'll be on my.
Hey, just don't say shit. Just don't say shit.
Don't
And you won't pop up.
just mute your shit, G.
Yeah.
I'm finna tweet it out.
Be on niggas. What's up, Pickle? How you doing? Pickle?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm living my life. What's up, Sin? How you doing, brother?
It's good, Brody. I'm chilling.
And then somebody I have not met before, Miss. How do I say Senae?
Senae.
There you go.
Nigga said Senae. That sound like he was ordering some expensive shit.
Exactly. I'll take the Senae.
I'll take the Senae cordon bleu.
Senae cordon bleu, please. Hold the cheese.
Hold the cheese.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Oh God! All right. I sent the tweet out, man. Y'all go ahead, retweet, share the shit.
Okay.
We all good. And then we get these topics up.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, retweet. Maybe I should have said something.
Oh shit! Play my own stream out loud. That's on the Oh shit, bro.
How's my sound? My sound cool?
Yeah, your sound good, bro. Your sound
sometimes I be accidentally like hitting the back button on my Yeti and like switching it from cardioid to like the fucking.
Your sound's always good, B.
Okay.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Niggas do be reloaded.
Remember those Brian Silva vines?
Oh, stop, please.
He always had that editing. He finally got an intro to his shit after like X amount of time, and it's like, I'm reloaded.
My spirit was when I found out who was
bro.
He porn star, bro. I said, oh no.
You found out
you remember? Wait, what?
Did you know he was a gay porn star?
Who?
Yeah, dude.
Brian Silva was clapping cheeks, nigga.
Yeah, bro.
Don't say that to me again, bro. Don't say that to me again, bro. What the fuck?
He said, "Don't say that to me."
Yeah, he's definitely getting his cheeks pushed in too.
Oh my God! Jesus Christ!
That's how we started.
He went both ways.
He went both ways.
He got paid for both scenes.
For both
He
areas.
got paid more. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey man, you gotta win somehow, right?
Hey, you want to know
Gotta
what?
win somehow.
A lot of niggas be like resorting to that though, because it's like niggas want to go that they want easy ass money. They're like, oh, you know, I'm that nigga. I can go do porn, and then they go do porn. It's like we got enough nigga porn stars. You know what I'm saying? They're like, but we need more gays though, and it pays more. Yeah, and it pays more. And then you got motherfuckers like, all right.
Alrighty then. I'll just be over here.
Shit.
He said, how much for head?
Right. Whoa.
If you see the check, you're like, oh well.
I guess we're gonna oblige. I don't know.
All right, niggas and niggettes. What's cracking, man? Welcome to Gloves Off Volume 6. I am Sensei Glove, the bald-head black anime nerd, here with a few of my nearest and dearest homies from the anime community and podcast community and nigga anime community and nigga podcast community. Please feel free to introduce yourselves.
Hey, what's up, internet? It's your boy. You feel me? You know, Sensei Inc. on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Go subscribe, look at my videos, all that shit.
The next nigga.
My name is Senae, aka Nezuko the Stallion, one of two on Blaname podcast.
Okay, all right. Well, you know, since nobody calling, I'm gonna say, yo, what's up, Diddy Legend? You know, Godfather, future Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to my channel. How you doing? What's up?
Yeah, you already know what it is. It's Big Nox, the man, the myth, the movie, the #1 draft pick from Lake Minnetonka, and the quarantine caveman, aka Perfect Brown.
Talk heavy to these niggas.
He said, talk heavy. He said #1 draft pick. That's new. I like that. I like that.
Hey, I'm Bara. I just be chilling. I don't have anything for you to necessarily follow.
True. Welcome, niggas. So today, with the cast of niggas that we have and niggas that's to come, I have my Douce. I will be drinking periodically. I'm actually low in the cup, so I'll pour up after I ask my first question. We will be talking topics that are pretty interesting to me. We'll see how they are to you guys. But grab your drinks, grab your smoke, grab whatever the fuck like gets you off. Pause.
Got it all.
Let's get to it. So, first topic. Anime culture. What is our actual definition of like what our anime culture is?
Damn.
That's a good question. So,
That's a little bit deeper.
if you don't mind, I do have an answer.
Okay.
So,
Get your shit off, JD.
For me, the funny thing about anime culture is I think it's the same thing as comic book culture. I think it's just that it's it comes from a different country. So we're like comic book nerds, but we enjoy animation a lot more than say a comic book nerd would, so I think we're in the same niche. So it's like I wouldn't even say weebs because I don't like the connotation of weebs. Weebs are kind of just niggas that don't go outside. We go outside. You know what I'm saying? But we all go outside, we all do what we got to do. But I feel as though we're more entertained by the visual novel of something rather than readers. So you have people that have book clubs and read a bunch of books. We're more stimulated by what we see on a page than just the text. So instead of we don't use as much of our imagination as say people who read books, but at the same time, we have more of an idea of the many different themes that come out of manga itself.
Right.
So I consider people who are anime culture. I feel as though we have imagination to a degree where we express ourselves in different ways than other people. That's not like Game of Thrones or like The Wire or anything. It's just like we're using our imagination a lot more. So we're just more imaginative people. I think that's the way I would put it out.
Do you feel
that was beautiful? Oh well, no, that was amazing, JD. And just to kind of dovetail on that, on that point there, I feel like inside of anime, you have.
I was literally about to ask that, Noxi. Like, do we have sub genres of culture? Subculture.
And there are subgenres there too, but like just like piggybacking kind of like off of what Jay was talking about how much more we use our imagination. I feel like there is more stimuli in general inside of anime that like we can be fans of, you know what I mean? So like in regard to like voice actors, at least to us over here in the West, the voice actors inside of Japanese animations seem a lot more passionate about what they're doing. It seems a lot more, I mean, obviously the language is different, so I don't know if that goes into like how much more epic it is to us. I don't know how that sounds to a Japanese person.
Hearing a nigga say Yamato in Japanese versus stop in English is definitely different, bro.
Or just like whenever a villain turns up, like yori yori, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, oh shit, you know what I'm like it just like that kind of shit gets me more hype. I feel like fashion is paid a lot more attention to over in the East inside of like 2D character designs, kind of like what we were talking about on the Anime Drip episode that we did over on my channel, Sensei.
Exactly.
And I just feel like there's a lot more passion that goes into Japanese animation that brings like more intense fandoms out, especially when you're comparing it to, the niche of like Western comic book media and just pop culture in general, you know what I mean? So I feel like in regard to the culture question that you're asking, you're going to get a lot more of that. Like a weeb is like more intense of a fandom than a comic book nerd, in my opinion, just because there's so many more stimuli there.
Right.
So yeah.
So kind of like in tandem to kind of what both of y'all are saying.
Yeah.
Do you feel like our culture, like our anime culture, I'm just assuming we all a part of it because we are all a part of it. Do we feel like it's like, what are some significant differences between like anime culture and like not necessarily Western comic book culture, but just being a nerd in general? Because I feel as though like being an anime nerd is quite different than being a regular nigga nerd.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
Does anybody disagree? Go ahead.
Nah, I agree, bro. I feel like for me, I feel like being an anime nerd, bro, you can be that coming from any walk of life. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't necessarily have to be like Jay was saying earlier, a nigga that don't go outside, a nigga that don't do stuff. The be an anime nerd to me, bro. Cause like I done met some of the like realest dudes in my life. Like, and I mean real as it like get into a whole other stuff, you feel me, that like anime, bro, that like watching, you feel me? It might not be the most, analytical, you feel me, thematic animes, but it'll be like it just niggas boxing, you know what I'm saying, regular shit, but they still watch anime, they still fuck with anime, bro. So like I feel like it's definitely for like just the differences is like with anime is like, yo, anybody can be a part of this shit, whether that's, you feel me, a street dude, a college student, you feel me, old, young. Like I feel like anybody can watch anime, bro. Like that's just how I feel about it.
I think something too that kind of separates us in culture as well is the fact that when you're in the, not even just like anime, but even manga community, the way that you perceive other media is also going to be very different from the way like a comic book fan would perceive other media. Because a lot of times, even if it's just like, oh no, it's the animation that's good or whatever, even if it's just the manga, the way that the stories are told, even if it doesn't seem to have a lot of themes to it, it's not necessarily, oh, the theme is perseverance or the theme is love. What is the mangaka telling us about the theme? Like, is it that love is hard to achieve, or is it that just like perseverance has to go through no matter what, and you might not even get anything at the end? So the way that we will like perceive other media, it's easier for us to be like watch like a like IRL show, and it's like, okay, well, this is boring. Like, I'm just gonna go watch anime because I know it's gonna be deeper than whatever this has to offer me.
Thank you.
Agreed.
So I think the standards we hold other things to is also affected by the fact that we're in the community.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I think one of the most interesting things about the anime community is, and I don't want people to think that I'm putting a blanket statement over the anime community, but if you've noticed, it seems like the Black community has gravitated towards the anime community in an aggressive way, where you see a lot of people of color really enjoy anime. And what you've seen is that the stigma behind anime was, oh, there's only nerds that watch anime. I think that's not the case in any capacity whatsoever. Now you have people like Meg the Stallion, people who are in pop culture and shaping pop culture are in anime. So it just goes to show that anime is now become mainstream. So when you like anime, it's more about where you want your imagination to go, because anime has so many different facets. So if you read something like Senae, you get the real life values and aspects to the point where it's weird, but people don't understand. You can learn things about life from anime. Anime can teach you things that you just didn't realize. So it's like reading a book in a way, but it's more visual. So it means more to you, because then you get to see the facial expressions of certain characters. And depending on the author, I'll just use Berserk as an example. When you read something like Berserk, it has facial expressions coupled with the text of the material that will teach you something that you never thought you could know. So anime culture in itself can turn into just regular culture depending on where the author wants to go with his material. So I think anime culture is expanding to a point where I don't even think you can define it anymore. I think it's just you like anime. I think you'll just leave it at that. And then whatever type of anime you like, you'll have that specific culture and that subset within that specific genre of anime and manga.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact, G. To go along with that, I did. Wait, Nate, did you have something to say?
No, everybody's been saying kind of what
I had a question to go along with that, JD. If there was any aspect of life that you would turn into an anime, what would it be?
Superpowers.
No. Of real life. So like anything. Anything that happens in real life that you would make an anime as like a focus. Let me know. Like, for example, so my biggest thing that I want to see animated, I'm Greek, so I would love to see like a pledge process animated.
That would be dope.
That would be fire as fuck, bro. Like, it would be absolutely amazing. Like, imagine if Madhouse did, like, it doesn't even necessarily have to be black people, like, whatever. For me, like, it could just be Japanese people, but the anime is about pledging a fraternity in college, right? Where you see like the different intricacies of like pledging and the mind games and shit. Like, anime is all about like making regular shit over the top. So I feel like the reason why I asked that question is I want to know what other niggas think that they do in their regular lives, or something that's regular that it was a part of their lives could be dope as hell as an anime.
Yo, I'm so glad you asked this question, bro, because I spoke about this like a multitude of times with people. I would love to see an urbanized barbershop anime.
Yes, G. Yes, nigga.
Can you imagine, bro? The super focus on the hairline.
Yes, bro.
He messed up my hairline.
You get the dramatic like slow-mo into the zoom in with the clippers as you get the thought process and inner monologue of the barber. Maybe like as they're on the come up and they're not like established yet, and they're like thinking about fucking up the lineup.
Or a nigga that's underneath like the barbershop legends trying to become like the world's greatest barber. Like,
oh my
that shit would be hard.
Hey,
He's
I
like,
can already see the first
hair for LeBron James and shit, bro. Like, imagine that. Like, you can get to that level.
Like, imagine the opening scene of the first episode, like being really similar to like the first like opening scene of like Hunter x Hunter, where like that deep Ichiro Nagai like narrator voice is like talking about like the philosophy behind the episode, or like in Tower of God, and they're talking about
fire,
like
G.
barbers. You know,
hey, JD, Glam said he wants me to ask you about the Promised Plantation.
All right, well, we're going to have to say that. You want to say that for later. We don't want to start with that. We don't want to start with that.
Okay.
I'll save that for later, but you'll want to hear that.
Have we gotten a ping pong anime yet?
Yes, we have a couple actually.
We have ping pong anime.
Yeah, and it's very good apparently.
Do we have a frisbee golf anime?
Frisbee golf?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
That would be cold blooded.
Oh, Fiji, what up, nigga?
Oh, what's up, Fiji?
Sensei. What's good,
cracking,
folks?
bro? I feel like you was here for a minute. I'm like, is that Fiji?
Fiji.
Yeah, I've been here for a minute.
I didn't know if you was muted or not.
Fiji, Bob, you've been here for a bit.
What's poppin'?
Yeah, dude, imagine a fucking frisbee golf anime. And I don't know who frisbee golf's out there, but you're talking about like Heisers and like Anheisers and like all of this like different like jargon and terminology like inside of like frisbee golfing and like the math inside of like what trajectories you choose to use. I feel like they could go stupid with that.
All types of shit, bro.
Yeah,
like, I feel like going to the club with your homies could be like an anime, or even just like, like a nigga that graduates college and tries to figure out life, but like you exercise all the bullshit that happens in niggas' lives on a regular.
Yeah,
is like the extra shit, the shit that's like,
and I feel like
overly like focused on.
I feel like a lot of that we get in the Boondocks too, right? I don't know.
For sure. Yes,
yeah,
bro.
and I don't know, who all like technically, associates that with actually like being an anime or whatnot. Who considers that an anime or not? But I do. I definitely do too. Exactly. Yeah, I definitely do too. And I feel like a lot of the answers that we could have for this question, you'll find in the Boondocks. But
Pickle, did you have anything in your life or in regular life that you would love to see animated?
You know what? I'm a jewelry consultant for work, and I would love to see like jewelry sales or something in the same style as that gambling anime. Super dramatic. I would love to see something like that. Because it's so like high, kind of like super non-essential. It's so like luxury, but I would love to see like the competitiveness of it. Like it's something to be super dramatized.
Yes, bro. Seeing a streaming anime like in the form of like No Game No Life without the incest. That shit would be lit, bro.
Hey, yo.
You know what? Actually would be a dope anime. An anime of anime YouTubers. Think about it, right?
Ooh.
All of us in the stream. Think about the dynamics that go on in a YouTube stream.
Yes,
and then it's animated. That shit would be hilarious.
Yes, it would. That would be so good.
That would be crazy.
The awkward pause, and then you got like menacing in the background, like
bro. Like the host is trying to figure out when to stop the conversation when he's trying to let people talk.
Niggas talk.
Yes,
nigga. Think about that struggle.
He's just thinking like this nigga talking too much. I gotta
do something, goddammit. Nay, is there any part of your life or regular life that you would like to see animated?
Well, you kind of touched on it with the whole Greek thing. Although I'm not Greek, I actually went through the process. I actually went through the process for a grad chapter, and that shit was, I mean, we weren't getting hazed or anything, but that shit was ridiculous. And I was like, this is super fucking stressful. And they were old as hell. Like people in the grad chapter, like they were like 70 years old trying to cross and shit. So
yeah, exactly.
That would actually that shit was so crazy. I would definitely animate that.
All type of shit, bro. I just think that shit would be super fucking fire. Did anybody else have anything to say before I move to the next topic?
Nah, bro. I just need that barbershop shit.
That barbershop shit decent. I damn that Patty.
I might have to talk to some animators or something.
God,
hey, get Mappa on the phone. Get UFO Table on the phone.
I think one thing that would be cool as well is if you know how society is now, an anime based on dating and like the dating dynamics.
Yes, bro. Like speed dating.
That would be so. Like think about Tinder, Hinge. actually dating in real life and like the dynamics between how people communicate more via technology than actual in person. So think about the themes they could create because of that. Like that would.
Can you imagine sitting at a dinner table with somebody that you going on a first date with, and then like in an anime it'd be like the tennis match between fucking Light and L?
Yes.
Like, bro, that shit would be lit as fuck. Just y'all mentals going back and forth thinking who gonna do what, and it's just like shit happening. Yo, that shit.
That's a crazy concept too.
Oh, go ahead, Jay. And think like they say the one thing that makes you think, oh, he definitely getting it tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He says the one thing, you get the pause, and he's like, okay, yeah.
And then the OST hit.
The OST hit.
You got that, bro. You got that real like climactic zoom into the phone with the three bubbles.
Yes.
Real quick funny story about like just like how these dating apps have like affected our like real life personalities. I was at an anime convention recently, or the last anime convention that I was at, and I was with my homeboy. I've known him my whole life, and he's like like obsessed with Tinder. He's like a Tinder addict, and I know that everybody probably knows one of those. And like literally, Tinder is everything, you know, like that this person's dating life has become. And we go to this anime convention, and there's this panel that's for like speed dating or whatever. And, you know, we're like, yeah, well, like, go ahead and check out the speed dating thing, you know? And he like really doesn't like, he's like one of the most personable people, outgoing people that I've ever known, but he can't do the speed dating thing because he's so used to all of his interest being confirmed in text form, you know, for a girl that he would potentially be talking to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he's and he was like a player, you know what I'm saying, to some degree, like in real life back in like high school, post high school and whatnot. But like Tinder and these dating apps have made people so complacent with like, you know, not trying, you know, in real life, really, as far as like getting a suitor or getting a partner, that like text-based confirmation is like it's probably the addicting part. Like before you invest any like kind of real time with someone, you already know they're interested in you because you both swiped right on each other.
Exactly.
So yeah, so like I feel like that would be something that the East could go crazy with in an adaptation or in, you know, like an anime or something like that, and delving into like that dynamic.
Hey,
would be
JD, Salamander Red said an OnlyFans arc would be popping.
OnlyFans would be crazy.
Oh my God, bro. Imagine that.
An OnlyFans arc on a dating anime?
You dating
what
a girl.
about a catfish arc?
Oh, shit, bro.
Yes.
No, that would be
That would be insane, bro.
Ruin lives, bro.
A lot of that going on.
Motherfuckers do not want to know what's going through niggas' minds if they get catfish.
They don't.
That should be terrible.
You go into the date, bro. The OST hits. You look at him like, that's not who I was talking to.
That is not
what's going on. The heart, you hear the heartbeat start pumping. Like, yo, it's like, how do I get out of this? Help!
G. That shit is.
Yo, you ever seen? Hey, Sensei, you ever seen? Man, Jay and not all y'all for real. We all black, so shit. Y'all seen Repos before? The movie Repos.
Yeah. Wait, the
Michael
movie?
Blackston. Nah, the movie with Michael Blackston.
I don't know if I've seen the movie. I used to see the show.
I watched the show.
Yeah, but you remember that? You remember that episode where the girl showed up? He said, "You know, Layla Ali, like Muhammad Ali."
Damn.
Hey yo, that's how that shit be sometimes when you get catfish, bro. That shit
bogus, bro. I couldn't imagine actually being catfish. Like it's one thing. All right, so all right. Before I go to the next topic, because this catfish is interesting, bro. What is the boundary for an actual catfish? Like if you talk to somebody who got a 5-year-old picture and they may have gained some weight, is that a catfish?
No.
What is some weight? Is it like 20 pounds? Are we talking different?
They don't.
What is some weight?
So
I don't think it's a catfish until it's not the person anymore.
Okay.
Legitimately not the person.
It depends, you know.
That's debatable.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Fiji. So what up? So all right, so y'all ask, what is some weight? So in their picture, they have like the perfect figure, whatever the perfect figure is for you guys. And when you see them, it is a noticeable difference.
Get over yourself.
If it's a noticeable difference, it depends, dog. There's degrees to this shit.
I'm saying
how much is noticeable. I need to know how much is noticeable.
It's when you see that person, you can tell you were not this big or small in that picture.
Well, depending on what they look like, 40 pounds is noticeable. But it's like, okay, I can deal with like 20 to 40 pounds. But if you're talking about noticeable, like, oh, this is in a different bracket, then it's like,
a weight bracket.
You in a different weight class.
I think it's some variables to that too, bro.
Right, there's a lot of
the
stuff.
question I'm gonna ask is like, okay, now, you know what I'm saying, not speaking for anybody here, whatever, but if you see somebody they noticeably different, it's like then I'm gonna start thinking like, okay, well, what does that person look like? Like, do you even have the audacity to talk about this person? Like, I'm gonna start like, cause like it's on both sides. Like that's what I'm, cause some people like be a little bit more picky than they should be, bro. Like I'm just being honest.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree with you there.
That. So for me, it's just like, I think if you see somebody, right, and they say they give you a picture of them in their best shape, and it was like 3 years ago, right? And let's not say they're the thinnest person ever, but like you're just like, oh, I like that. It don't matter if she's not super thin or not. And then you meet her, and she's like 50 pounds heavier, right? Yeah. And you can see the difference. To me, that's just like, okay. To me, that's false advertising. So if that's false advertising,
but it's not a catfish.
That's a catfish though. False advertising is a catfish to me. So for me, it was like it's got to be. It's like if you're gonna be who you are, present who you are in that moment in time. Like that's like me presenting a picture of myself,
right?
And it looks like I'm 6'4", but if I'm not 6'4" and I'm 5'8", and the girl comes up, it's still me.
So wait. So if
you're gonna be shook like, oh my god, he's not 6'4", he's 5'8". What's going on here?
So if I post a picture from when I had waves and then she see me and I'm bald, is that catfishing?
No, it's not. Hairstyle is
See, if that's not catfishing, then like,
bro, it depends on the person, bro. Because like, listen, because if that might be the thing that made her attracted to you in the first place. You feel me? Like, what if your hairstyle was the thing that like pushed her to like, oh yeah, like I really am into hairstyles type shit. I'm really into that. Then she see you bald, and it's like, okay, well, you feel me? So it's like, but I think honestly, for me, bro, it's like it's more of like my morals and shit, bro. Because like it's not so much that you catfish that will bother me. It's the fact that you felt like you needed to lie. Like, and I don't really. Because at that point, it's like, okay, well, if you got to do all this, like, it's like, I don't
that says something about their insecurities and like, and things like that, which is not something that like I'm like really quick to like get mad at someone about. But I guess like my philosophy on the whole like weight loss or like the weight difference thing, it really depends on like how much time have we spent together talking to each other before we've met. You know what I mean? Because if you show me a picture of you at 130 pounds and then we talk for 6 to 9 months before we meet each other and you're 40 pounds heavier than that, that's not a big deal to me because I care about you in more ways than just your. But if this is a Tinder date, then I might be like, what?
Yeah, if it's Tinder, I'm like, all right, I have an issue.
Hold on now, dog.
Come on now, dog.
Hold on. Fiji, what you was gonna say?
If she's trying to like deceive you with her appearance, don't you think she might be deceiving you with her personality too? That's a big issue.
That's the principle that I would feel.
So you want to ask that question.
That leads into my next question for y'all though. Like, let me ask y'all this: like, how do y'all feel about catfishing somebody? Do you feel like you could catfish somebody with who you are as a person? Not your physical, but your mental.
So real quick, just to address directly what Fiji just asked, real quick. So like, if they're gonna deceive you with their looks, wouldn't the first thing you think is like maybe they're deceiving me with their personality? You can definitely go there, and that makes sense. But I feel like it makes just as much sense to assume that they're insecure about their outward appearance, but are very confident in who they are as a person.
It can definitely go both ways.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And want to try to, say like, I hope that he falls in love with me before he sees me.
Yeah. What was your question, Sin?
I'm saying though, because I've been in situations, right, where shorty that I was talking to at the time. Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because I've never been catfished like on a physical tip, but like I have got to know somebody, and
I know what you're talking about.
They presented themselves as one thing, and then when I really got to know them,
he was devastated.
It was a whole like 180. Like this is not the person that I fell for. Like, so
that might have just been showing his true colors, though.
I'm sorry, bro. He's just telling me the story, bro. His devastation caught me off guard, nigga.
Like,
he might have just showed you her true colors. Like that might have just been like I wouldn't even say deceived. She just put her best foot forward, and then when she got comfortable, she's like, okay, I'm gonna show you like this is really me.
Yeah,
but that's an issue though, because like if it's completely different than what you first came with,
that's
like,
different than just the best foot forward. That's just you blatantly lying about the person that you are.
Yeah, so
to make yourself look
and
better.
Jay, hold on, and Jay, you petty as shit. I'm not talking about that situation.
Oh, you're not talking about her? Oh, my bad.
I wasn't talking about her.
Hey, niggas gonna have to say what the situation is.
I cannot. Nope, I cannot, because it's like, it involves people in the anti-Twitter community that can't.
You already snitched. You shouldn't have said that. I ain't even say nothing. You already snitched.
Hey, it is what it is. You feel me? But
no, it is what it is.
But Jay, you a petty ass nigga though.
Nah, dog. I'm just laughing.
Yo, y'all funny as hell. All right, check it out. Next topic.
When we get off stream, I'll tell y'all though.
I want to know, nigga. I was gonna hit you in the DMs regardless.
Hey, one thing I was gonna say about this whole real life topics, things from real life, seeing them animated.
What you want to see?
The characters that you could, could come from these series, bro, because they would be so relatable.
Yes.
The characters would be the main catch.
Bro, I haven't seen. Bro, I'm waiting for an anime to animate like my auntie. Like if I can get my auntie animated as somebody's mom or auntie, that would be fucking perfect, G. Like I'm waiting on shit like that, bro.
Yeah. I feel like we can see that coming, man, because we already got Crunchyroll picking up webtoons, and it's just diversifying. Yeah, man, eventually, because anime is becoming a big thing. Every day it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And for what? Crunchyroll, it's an American company, right?
Is it?
I don't know.
I
wouldn't think that. Yeah, I wouldn't think that.
I'm not too sure. No, it's California, based in California. So yeah, it's an American company.
Nice.
Wow, didn't know that.
So it's like, yeah, it's getting around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely. I could definitely see it coming.
I need a crackhead in the anime.
Just saying
Wait, who said that? I'm looking at the topics.
Light Ruler 003. Let's go.
Light Ruler.
Light Ruler's the menace, bro. Don't feed into him.
Gee,
yo, that low key can slap though, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Is there any clucks currently in anime? I feel like there's a few clucks.
There might be.
But bro, like a real cluck though, like
Buddy from One Piece a cluck.
Nah, but like one that we would be familiar with, bro, like from the hood type shit.
Okay.
Imagine that character. Imagine like
what's the slime buddy that we met in Return to Sabaody? That's annoying.
Caribou.
Oh, Caribou is a cluck, bro. He's a cluck, G.
I wish I knew what cluck meant.
Whoa, you don't know what a cluck is? Or
man, I am a black man from England. What do you mean?
I didn't even know that. A cluck is like a fiend.
Yeah, exactly.
My nigga only be claiming England when it's convenient.
Bro, you don't understand. I grew up in the suburbs. I don't know it. Bro.
I keep trying to tell you, Sensei, like, listen to Jay talk.
I be giving niggas the benefit, G. I be giving niggas the benefit.
Don't give me the benefit. I keep telling people, bro. I was sheltered.
That's why we need pre-time skip, Jay. We had pre-time skip.
Facts. All right, so topic number 2. So since we were talking about anime culture and shit like that, I kind of wanted to get some surviving any Twitter do's and don'ts.
Oh boy.
Oh man. What a question. I mean, if nobody wants to go first, I mean, like I kind of like just came out of this arc on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I mean, and it's not like it's like my first, like, oh my, holy shit, like mine, eye-opening experience as far as like what to not do and do on Twitter. But I feel like the biggest thing inside of anime Twitter that you should make sure that you don't do is associate your personality with the shows that and if you do, like if you identify who you are with these characters or these shows, that's something that probably can't be helped. You love these things, to the nth degree, but like just be self-aware of like what you're saying publicly on this forum, because it's like if you can't be educated, if you can't be, if people can't say shit to you in regard to a story that you like, and you can't take the criticism of that story because you identify yourself with that story, then like 9 times out of 10, you're going to be looking mad foolish on this app, because motherfuckers are going to hit you with facts and dates and times and logic. And you're going to just say, you're gonna try to, you know, be on par inside of that argument, but all that's gonna come out is this is who I like. I just like this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you can't tell me that I can't. You know, it's gonna look really awkward.
How do we feel about, you know what I'm saying, the agenda pushers like Fiji?
Woo!
Don't hide from that, Fiji.
It's inside of the same point that
I wonder what y'all think of that. I wonder.
You are an agenda pusher, my nigga. You are an agenda pusher.
Oh, I ain't denying that for sure.
So don't deny. Well, all right. If you deny it, how do we feel about the agenda pushers? Nay, I don't know if you do you have an opinion on the agenda pushers?
Not really, as long as they don't push it on me, because that's when I'm kind of like, yeah, no, we can talk, but I can't really do like you trying to force me into something. But I will say what you were saying, kind of to piggyback on the first thing. Make sure with any Twitter that you fact check whatever you say and make sure that it's accurate, because a couple weeks ago, I don't think Aaron, he'll probably be listening to this, but like with the whole Yamcha was a saying thing. Yeah, you know, he was saying Yamcha was a saying, and everybody was like, bro. And he was kind of arguing for a minute there, and it was like, bro, come on, like, hold on. You know, make sure you fact it. Yes. And unfortunately, you know, make sure that you, when you go on there with some facts, make sure that they're correct, because niggas will be on your head.
Yep.
I think one thing that's really important is this is something I had to learn, is something that, you know, Sin knows as well. Like, make sure that you, before you get into this community, figure out who you are, what you want to stand for, and stick with it. Yes. Because once you get into any Twitter, and the more you get involved with it, you can get influenced by anything.
So much shit, bro.
It's not if you're not careful, because
you can get baited, you can get influenced, all of that shit. Go
ahead. And people will try to shame you for what you like, your taste, your opinions, and they will warp your opinions to a point where you kind of become a drone or a bot.
Or you don't even know what the fuck you like. You know what
exactly.
I
mean? And a lot of people, they get swayed by the accounts that have larger numbers, where they feel like because someone has larger numbers,
they know what they're saying. Yeah,
they know what they're saying. When that's not the case, and because what's happened is there's a bunch of drones who are liking what these higher number of people are saying. Blindly. So you feel as though, oh, that's correct. No, that's not the case. Figure out who you are as an individual. Stick with it. And the most wholesome thing you can have on anime Twitter is being yourself and being your own individual, having people relate to that, and then you'll have so much more wholesome people interact with you, and you'll have a great time on anime Twitter.
I got a question for like the bigger any Twitter niggas we have on the call now. What's the difference between what you just called a drone and a mutual?
Mutuals are just people you follow that follow you back, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that what that is?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I thought mutuals had something to do with like what, like you like exactly what I like, so we follow each other.
No, it's not mutually two people follow
each other.
Oh,
okay. Think of a mutual as a citizen, basically.
Yeah.
I love this part of town.
I love this part of town.
Going into what Sensei was talking about with like agenda pushers, I think the biggest gripe that I have with anime Twitter is like how like intense these agenda pushers push the agenda, and obviously that's easy to say.
It's aggressive.
That's easy to say, but like I feel like they've become so entrenched in the agenda that they're pushing or the stance that they're taking on a certain, like Sanji versus Zoro, for example. I tweeted this like a couple months ago. Like imagine,
I'm here.
Imagine, and I'm not saying Jay that this would happen to you. Obviously,
look, if it is me, I'll accept it.
Look, bro, like I'm just saying, like imagine someone who's turned their entire life into this like East versus West Coast, like Sanji versus Zoro beef on Twitter, that it's affecting how they view this story that they've fallen in love with, to the point now where if like Oda does decide to say Zoro is stronger or Sanji is stronger definitively, you might have people that completely drop One Piece because they feel cheated by the author. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, you know, because how many arguments have you gotten in on anime Twitter where you're defending this unconfirmed stance on this, you know, rivalry dynamic between these characters, and you've ratioed so many niggas, and you've gotten so many yes kings, bangers, W's. Yeah, you've gotten so much W, and all of these
so many W's
on the back. Yeah, that like now your stance on this unconfirmed thing. Like imagine Oda looking at us, my nigga. Like looking at anime Twitter, like what the fuck are you niggas doing?
Oda cannot possibly look at any of the shit that goes on in like the One Piece community, bro.
Yeah,
but principally though, like if he were to like look at it, it's a mess. It's like people aren't even enjoying what he's putting his time into.
That is
because
exactly
they're too busy arguing.
That is exactly
like
what
they're not even enjoying
bro.
it anymore. I made a tweet about this the other day, and it's about a specific agenda, and I specifically said, "Man, sometimes I wish it doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen, just so the people who are like, oh, if it doesn't happen, I'm dropping One Piece." Will leave because you're such a toxic like essence to the community. Like nobody wants you here.
We love you. We're not.
No, I'm not coming at Fiji. I'm not coming at Fiji.
Hey, yo, Sensei.
I love you, G. I love you, G. I'm
not coming at Fiji, but I was just like, you don't even enjoy it anymore. Like you shouldn't be here if you don't enjoy it. If you just want to be right, then you need to go. Like, those are the worst kind of people to argue with. Oh, I have to be right, or it's like everything is going to be in my direction, and if it's not, then it's trash. Like, what are you here for?
Yeah.
So like, I got a few words. So like,
I better listen to him.
I learned a while back that, and it's something I had to like really self-reflect on and understand that this is a place where we have a lot of people, and I'm not saying all of them, but a majority of the people that's in anti-Twitter. This is a place where someone that in real life may not have had any voice, any power, any type of interactions with people, any type of popularity, whether it was with, wherever they were at in life. This is a place where they can come and, hide behind their computer screen, their phone screen, and now they have a voice. Now they have power. So it's like, I had to really understand, and I've had a lot of conversations with Jay about this, that me as a man, like I have certain ideals, certain principles I stand by, but I had to understand that like these people that I'm interacting with aren't like me, and it's like I can't expect them to be like me, stand for the same things that I stand for, because these people really don't understand what it's like to have people listen to them, care about what they're saying in their real lives. And now it's like you say, you have all these drones, all these followers blindly liking their stuff. They get so wrapped up in the numbers, and they start the more numbers that they get is validation for them. Right. So they see the numbers, and it's like it empowers them. They think, if I'm getting all these numbers, it means something. And at the end of the day, it doesn't.
And now
I feel like that kind of
means that they can't lose.
They don't understand accountability.
Right. They can't lose publicly now because their entire identity is in their Twitter account. If you come across a motherfucker whose entire life is Twitter, just disengage.
Bro, don't talk to them. But go ahead. Pickle, what was you finna say?
I was gonna say that kind of goes back to a point that Jay and Nox brought up earlier. With those people, it's clear that they didn't have that person, like they didn't have who they were as a person established before they got on Twitter. And because of that, it's completely warped how they view themselves and what they have to say. But also at the same time, Sensei, you can tell who those people are just by how they interact with other people. You can like look at their account, and you can just be like, well, they're a loser in real life, and they're just trying to grab onto this clout that they can get from followers and stuff. And in a way, I kind of pity them more than I get upset at them because of the way they like do things. Because it's just like your life kind of is bad. Like for you to have to grasp onto Twitter so hard, but also at the same time, it's like, why, like where did your development fail where you didn't understand that your personal preferences and things like that don't matter to other people? That's what that's something I wish people knew about before they got on anti-Twitter. Your personal preference and another person's personal preference means nothing. So you getting upset about whether or not this person thinks this is going to happen, or this person thinks this character is better, or this anime is better. It doesn't matter. Like none of this matters at the end of the day. You're going to go home and go to sleep in your bed just like they are in their bed.
Yeah.
But they get so like wrapped up into it.
Do you guys feel like a lot of those people are like gatekeepers then? A lot of the ones that we're kind of referencing right now?
I wouldn't necessarily say so.
I wouldn't say it's a direct link, but you definitely do see a lot of that. You're going to see the Venn diagram, and you're going to see a lot of things show up in the middle for a lot of those things.
You know, I've noticed as well. You don't know how old a lot of these people are.
You don't.
You don't know.
So this is what I was telling Sin earlier, and And Sin, you fought back on it so many times, but I keep telling you, like some of these guys are just young. They're just childish ass niggas, and they just don't understand what it takes to interact with people in real life. So like, when and here's my thing: is you can tell when people really have social skills and when they don't, based on how they interact with people and how they respect debate and conversation. And when they don't respect debate and conversation and other people's opinions, I can already tell their maturity level.
Exactly.
I think the issue with anti-Twitter is everyone thinks they're so mature and they think they're so right because they can win pseudo debates on anime Twitter. When I was like, yo, that's not real life. That's not the case. What you're saying is like you're being as childish as possible, and I see it, and I tell you you're being childish, and there's like, oh nah, you just butthurt, and I'm just like, all right, so that's your default.
That's where you go.
That's your default, and I'm just like, okay.
There's a huge difference between argumentation and being argumentative. And that's something that I feel like a lot of people on Twitter don't get. They think that losing an argument or being wrong or being proven wrong is like the ultimate L. So they'll bend themselves into pretzels, and move the goalpost and reach for straws and straw man you, gaslight you, whatever they have to do. They think as long as they don't admit defeat that they haven't been. And it's like when you eventually get to a point where you just have to disengage.
I've noticed as well. To a lot of people, Twitter is a second identity to them.
Bro, it really is. If niggas had to put their Twitter in like a bio, not a bio line, but like in a line for a job app, niggas would lose everything.
They lose all their jobs, all of it.
Lose everything. Have you ever been known by anything? Yes, I've been known by Fiji on Twitter.
My real name is JD Legend, actually. Excuse me.
Yeah, bro. My biggest advice, man, is for like people that's whether it's you just getting into any Twitter, you just growing your page or whatever, bro. Just like Jay said earlier, be yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stay out the way of those toxic people. You can tell, and you can meet some people and obtain some mutuals that you will get close with that are good people. It's just you just gotta find them. Like once you find those people, just stick with them, bro, and that's it. Like just stick with them and stay out the way of all the bullshit, so you can actually engage and articulate conversation with people that actually will converse with you in a non-toxic way.
Sam, go ahead.
I was just saying because like differences in opinions make for great conversation, man. And it's sad that it's sad that people think just because your opinions differ that you can't have a knowledgeable, meaningful conversation. Like it's sad, but you can find that and you will find that. It's just stay out of the way of the toxic shit. Don't sway, don't change who you are as a person for anybody else, bro. Just stay yourself. You feel me? And you'll be good, man. That's really it.
The funniest thing is like when I had a Twitter back when Twitter wasn't really what it is now. Yeah. And I wasn't on any Twitter. I was on nigga Twitter, and it was like it was different, bro. It was way different. This is back in. Right. Oh, Allie was cracking, G.
What's up, Allie?
What up, nigga?
Not shit. I grabbed the wrong thing. I should have grabbed my wine.
Yeah,
you should have.
Listen, I'm about to be fucked up, so don't listen.
Shout out to the Starry Night Van Gogh, and shout out to the Hisoka pillow back.
I was about to say I'll peep in the back. I said okay,
go crazy, G.
And it's like.
Oh, wait a minute.
Halloween pillow.
Oh, I love that.
That shit fire, G.
That's from the that one color spread. That's like the actual color spread. Like
I got not a single clue, but that's dope as shit.
Hey, G, that's real as fuck.
You said I don't know, but it's fire.
It's fire, nigga.
One second, I'm gonna grab my wine.
Okay, well, last thing I want to say.
Oh
wait, go ahead.
Yeah, I ain't finished.
Go ahead.
So like, I had to learn like how to filter my shit. Like, so once I got this new Twitter, started my YouTube and all this shit, it was like, man, I really need to learn how to filter my shit because it's a lot of niggas that I would see say shit or that I would have let say shit to me that I would just get so enticed by. Like, I'm so fucking irritated that you even thought that you could respond to, you know what I'm saying, my opinion with your hate for my opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
how dare you?
That shit got under my skin so much. Yeah, what up?
Since I ain't gonna lie though, bro, I came from Black Twitter too, bro, and I feel like in a lot of ways that shit helped me though, because like Black Twitter is a whole different breed. Bro.
I agree, but see the difference is I dropped it in 2013, so I wasn't even on Twitter for like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't on Twitter for.
Got you.
6 years.
I'm about to say, bro, because I came directly from Black Twitter, bro, and like the shit that they do on any Twitter is like child's play. Like Black Twitter is different. Like they'll find the address where you work at, like get you fired.
See, when I was in Black Twitter, that was in college. I'm Greek, so it was a lot of. It was just I was on the positive side of Black Twitter. But like I gave that shit up. Yeah, I gave that shit up because I'm like, bro, I'm grown. This Twitter shit stupid, whatever. 6 years later, I'm like, all right, I'm starting a YouTube. Let me go ahead and get back to this Twitter shit, see what it's like. This time I'm only gonna be on the anime side, not the nigga side. But if I can find some niggas in between,
anime Twitter's plenty niggas though.
Dude, I was saying, if I can find some Annie niggas, that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with Annie niggas, but then I started realizing how toxic it can be, and it's like, all right, I gotta move so different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you post, like it's just sometimes like it really hit me when I had to second guess whether or not I was gonna tweet something that I felt.
Yes.
That's when it really hit me.
I think too, it's not necessarily like you came from any Twitter or something like that. I think it comes from like the background too. Like I don't live a life where you can just say whatever to me. You know what I mean? Like there's consequence, whether it be we get into an argument or whatever happens. Right. But like I don't. And so on any Twitter, like it's like. Somebody said something like the other day. I think it was actually JD's tweet. I said something to, and somebody else said something, and I literally was like, I was debating whether or not I should say something ignorant back. And I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna let it go. And somebody else actually said something, and I was like, you know what, I tried to hold my tongue because I'm just like, where do you get off just saying something like that or trying to like shade me over what I had to say?
I got blocked over Boruto.
Dude, I'm blocked out by like 77 people on Twitter, and I don't even be doing nothing. Like, how am I blocked by 77 people? You guys know what I'm like.
Blocks you like
niggas, man.
Because those people are just like they can't handle when a strong woman like will not back down to them.
Words, right?
That's fact. That's fact.
They
realize
they go talk you into agreeing.
They go so much harder.
A strong anime black woman.
Right.
Yeah, they don't want to hear that. They don't want us in the community to have a voice.
Yeah, facts. That's just sick. That's just disgusting to me, bro. I hate that shit.
But they weak in themselves, so it's not even like we need to even bother with that. Like Jay, like the way he handled the one dude the other day. I normally don't jump in and get petty and shit like that.
Wait,
but I had to that day.
That one day when he was talking about
fuck that
niggas copying niggas.
No, just talking about the niggas that started all last year and
that
shit threw me. I was like, well,
ate that nigga alive. It was beautiful.
I love it. You thought I wasn't gonna see this?
You thought I wasn't gonna see it. You thought I did.
Talk about the whole worst. Don't talk about them, man.
That shit, fuck them niggas. That goes back to that simp shit we talked about last time too, bro. As soon as you try to defend a motherfucking woman, bro, motherfucker, I hate that shit, bro. Oh, you simping? I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Like,
I have a family.
I think the thing with anime Twitter, I think the scariest thing about anime Twitter is that there are so many I want to say cliques. There's like there's a type of niche and clique that's with anime Twitter. Whereas if you don't fall in line, they're going to find a way to try and exile you and ridicule you in all their little group chats and everything like that. So if you are not strong in who you are, bro, you will fall victim to it, and then you'll fall in line, and then that's when you start losing yourself. And I think the worst thing you can ever do in anime Twitter is lose yourself. I think that is like the worst thing you can ever do.
Once you become a part of like a hive mind, you know, like collective inside of a group chat or something like that, then like now all of a sudden no one can contest you because you got 6,000 follower Twitter accounts that are like in your camp that'll come and ratio them niggas whenever you're proven wrong.
I hate that.
Like militant, like
weird shit. Weird ass niggas.
Oh my god!
Hope y'all watching too, weird ass niggas.
Hey, wait. So I have an actual question, and then we can switch the topic. I know that we have a few, you know what I'm saying, people in this stream that kind of fall into that category, but how do you guys feel about anti-Avi Twitter people versus regular Twitter?
I don't see them any different.
I don't see.
Yeah, they're the same to me.
They're the exact same to me.
So you don't feel as though people ever like hide behind their Avi or hide.
Oh no, I ain't gonna lie. I do think people do that, of course, but I don't. I still don't view them differently.
But you feel like they hide behind it the same way niggas hide behind the fact that they on Twitter?
I think in some respects, yes, but I wouldn't classify everybody who has an anime Avi like.
Okay.
Does
Yeah,
that.
I don't think.
Like, obviously, some people do, but I wouldn't classify
I don't want
that.
to stigmatize it. I don't want to say everybody that has an Avi is insecure because, like me, for instance, like Sensei, you just talked about this.
Right.
I came from Black Twitter, so like when I came from before, I was like anime on some anime shit. Like I was posting all my pictures, videos of me, all types of shit. But then when I switched to anime shit, I just was like, I seen everybody doing the anime shit. I'm like, oh, this is cool. So then I just started doing it just because I liked it. But it don't necessarily. So it don't necessarily mean you insecure. But so I don't want to stigmatize it. But I do feel in that regard that you said that some people some people are insecure. So, but I don't think that's exactly why they're using the anime Avies. But I do think it's possible that people are insecure. You feel me? But I don't want to stigmatize it to everybody because that's clearly not the case. You feel me? Like
I think I may personally be a little in that sense. Like I don't mind posting pictures of myself, but I don't know. I don't like the fact that Twitter is so open, and then my face would be there. Just me personally. I don't.
I agree.
I don't see an issue.
Like I don't post pictures as often. Like I kind of cycle through my pinned posts. Sometimes I'll have selfies of myself and stuff like that. But the concept of me posting my picture and then it being all over like any Twitter, like I don't like that. But it's just like a personal preference.
I feel like my perception of it is that like there's a different. We handle ourselves completely different. Back to what you guys were talking about earlier. We handle ourselves completely different on any Twitter versus like how we do our family accounts and other social media accounts and stuff like that.
100%.
So like those that want to do like an Avi, like hey, they're picking their favorite character, they throwing it up there, and they still got the same personality.
I don't want to be sent back to Africa.
I mean, the only issue that I have with anime Avies is like, if you're white and you got an anime Avi and I find out you saying nigga, and then you back up and post a selfie, I'm gonna remember my nigga.
I'm tearing you up.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's being watched. It's like, okay, you want to talk shit, that's fine. But once we find out who the fuck you are, then
let me catch you.
I got a mental picture, buddy.
I have a mental picture, bud.
Hey, I just want to let y'all know I got to skate in like 5 minutes. So like, and I know that you're about to like move topics, but I just have like closing like anime Twitter like do's and don'ts statements.
Get your shit off, B.
Real quick before I go, the last thing that I want to say.
Before you say that, I actually was gonna bring up the Mugi shit. Did you want to talk on that since you were involved or no?
The Mugi shit. Yeah, and we can talk about that. I mean, what did you?
I just was gonna bring that in like in tandem with this conversation that we're currently having.
Well, yeah, say the words.
So how do? So me and Nox were kind of involved in a situation. Where someone who I kind of personally feel like he probably is a part of anti-Twitter just because it was some anti-Twitter shit that went down. Where
the vibe was anti-Twitter.
It was it was giving me very much anti-Twitter nigga. So like a nigga that I fucked with, you know, at least I thought I fucked with.
Yeah, like we have a podcast Nexus Discord basically.
Yeah.
Like anime and manga like YouTubers and content creators like all come to like help like create projects that can help expand our spheres of influence.
Right. I invited my
homie
to hopping gloves off, and he said, I bet I start gloves off, but obviously this is Discord only. So you know how I send y'all the Hangouts list via Twitter.
Yeah.
So this Discord only. So I send out all the links, niggas get in, we start talking, I start drinking, and the stream starts. I forget to send the shit to Discord.
Yeah.
So he never hit me and said like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, send me the link or nothing like that. It was just straight, I hate you.
Blocked.
I'm blocking
Banned.
you. But the thing is, he never said anything to me. He just hit up everybody around me, Noxi, GB.
Yep.
Like,
I hate that.
Yeah, with the same anger that he had for Sensei.
With the same anger he had for me, to all of them. Like, I thought niggas fucked with me. Fuck y'all. I knew y'all ain't gonna fuck with me. Like shit like that, and blocks everybody. Right?
Yeah.
See, Nox, I want you to go first because I know you got to go, but I really got something to say about this afterwards.
Well, I mean, like and like when I saw the message from him that said like, you really ain't gonna invite a nigga, to gloves off. Like, I see how it is. I thought y'all were different, but y'all clearly moving in a way that whatever he said, you know what I'm saying, to me. And this is a shock to me because me and him probably talk the most outside of this Discord in regard to podcasting and, you know, the tools that we use to do that. And you know, and I feel like me and him were like really tight, you know, even outside of the Discord, maybe more so than him and Sensei were. I don't know what your relationship was like outside of it, but we talked regularly. And to get a message like that from him and then not even be able to respond because he had blocked me instantly after sending it, had me like, the first thing I thought was, okay, what is this nigga going through outside of this? Because you don't just fucking like act like this to a nigga that's only been cool as fuck to you, that wasn't even the one responsible for sending the link out to you. And if I would have been able to respond to him, I would have been like, all right, me, you, and Sensei need to get in a fucking conference right now. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I tried to send the nigga a response. Oh, my bad, bro. I got drunk and forgot to send the link out. I got you on the next one. It was like,
he didn't let us say nothing. Yeah. He didn't let us say shit. And I was like, see, dog, that's that anime Twitter shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people put their stances out there. They put their points out there. And then like, they know that they want to get the last word, or they know that they like feel really, you know, intensely about what they're saying, but aren't ready to hear the responses because they don't want to feel wrong or they don't want to be rebutted. Right, so they just block you. Yeah, they block you and then they bounce. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, so that shit was fucked up though. And I hope he unblocks me so we can have that talk with him.
Honestly,
one day,
at any point, go ahead, JD.
I think.
Oh no! If you got a dip,
okay. I want to hear JD first, and then I'll say my thing, and I'll go.
So Sin, you know how I feel about this because we've talked about situations just like this before, and I have a very, very strong personal issue with that type of behavior. For me, one thing that you'll find in anime Twitter is that you'll find people that don't really know what it means to be an adult.
Honestly, wait, an adult.
And I just like I really want to emphasize this because what happens is when you do things in that nature and you don't leave the room to have a discussion or to actually see where someone else is coming from or get the context of the situation itself, and you just make a judgment based on what other people tell you, and it feeds into your own ego, you make this rash judgment and you just make a wild decision out of nowhere. And they just completely ruin everything when all that could have been done is it could have been solved with a simple conversation and getting context. And what happens in anime Twitter is people don't care about context and they act like they do. And that's what makes me angry more than anything is they act like they understand context and understand what it means to be empathetic, understands what it means to be a nice person. No, being empathetic doesn't mean that you be nice to the people that you like. Being empathetic means you understand people in general. And that's what people don't understand. And I think in any Twitter in specific, there is a severe lack of understanding of what it means to be empathetic, what it means to be an adult, what it means to have context, and it's just everywhere, and it sickens me to my core. So when you have issues with somebody and you decide, I'm not going to address it with somebody, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk shit about them to everybody else, reinforce my opinion about them, and then act as though I am this righteous person who everything I said is correct, and then you'll never, ever address the situation. And then maybe 2 weeks down the line, somebody that you know all of a sudden starts talking to them is like, oh, man, it'd be nice to talk to them again. And you just come out of nowhere and act like nothing happens. And you never deal with the situation.
Never.
That shit happens. That shit happens so much. And that it sickens me to my core. I hate that shit. I hate it more than anything. I hate that shit.
Preach, my nigga.
Boy, me and Jay feel about the same on that.
You said, trust me, boy. I swear to God.
Boy.
Sin knows more than anybody.
Yo, that's one thing, bro. I don't understand. Like,
niggas
if you got an issue with somebody, and it's not even on no internet shit. This is in real life.
This is grown men shit. It's not even grown men. This is grown people shit.
Actual people.
You feel me? As a grown woman, grown man. You feel me? If you have an issue with someone, just go talk it out, bro. Like, and now, and I'm not saying if you're uncomfortable at the time, don't rush yourself. But at some point, when you feel comfortable enough, go have that talk, man. Like, don't go talk shit to a bunch of people and then block the person or ghost the person without having that conversation, because that shows weakness in your character, bro.
You're scared as shit.
You are weak. You're a weak person.
I think that kind of goes into a point that Nox kind of brought up too. It's like, what is going on at home or what has gone on in your life for you to be that person how you are now? Because it's not even like, oh, this person just lacks empathy. It's like, you don't have any basic human like interaction skills. Like none. Like, and that's like, and it's so common. Like, I'm grateful that I haven't had that interaction with people because I don't deal with that well. Like, it's just like, how do you live that many years of your life and you don't know anything about how to deal with it, like another person? If you disagree, it's just done. Like, no, it's just like disagreeing is fine. If you have an issue, just be like, yo, what was up? Like, what's going on? Let me know what's going on.
Yeah,
and if it doesn't work out from there, that's okay. But you trying to hide behind this block or trying to be like, oh, well, this person did this, so I'm gonna post all these receipts to my timeline to make sure that person looks bad. Like, it's like, how are you surviving in the real world? Because if you did that to somebody else you knew in person, I promise you that story's gonna end different.
Maybe they're doing it because they know. Maybe they're doing it, and there's always like probably a really small percentage of people that like actually do have these basic human like understandings of how to be cordial in the real world, but know that they can get away with it on this platform. So this is where they go to wild out. You know,
absolutely.
Not
all
only
I can
that, too.
do is pray that somebody else dog walks them and live in peace, like, knowing that. Because it's like there has to be, like, you didn't learn the like easy way, so somebody has to teach you the hard way. Whether it be your employer, whether it be somebody, a coworker, your family, somebody has to do it. Whether it's physical or if it's verbally, it's gonna get done to you. And I'm gonna take solace in knowing that it happened.
Thank you.
And to go off of what Pickle said, like a lot of these motherfuckers, bro, they know that they have no basis of an argument at all, and that's why they avoid having the conversation.
Exactly.
They know if they had that conversation, they're going to get bodied. Like bad.
Yes.
And niggas never want to get bodied, bro.
And that's a brilliant segue. That's a brilliant segue into my final thoughts because I do got to skate. So here's the last thing I'm going to say. There's a difference between argumentation and being argumentative. Learn the difference. If you do get a Twitter account and you do get some clout going, stay humble. Don't get too big for your britches. Be able to change your mind when new information is presented to you. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall into the clicky hive mind mentality of I have Twitter clout, so I can't be wrong. Do not, for the love of God, stay away from that mentality. And bottom line, when it comes down to it, the reasoning behind that is that being wrong and lacking information are two of the most common ways in which we learn and grow as people.
Absolutely.
We would not be where we are as a civilization if our opinions weren't challenged, we weren't proven wrong. You want to be wrong. It's a good thing. It means that you can expand your outlook on things and grow and move in a proper direction to becoming a better version of yourself. So do not think that you are the king of anything just because you have 5,000, 10,000, even 20,000 Twitter followers. I know it's going to be hard. It's just like getting a promotion at a job. You know what I'm saying? You give a motherfucker that was never popular a promotion at a fucking job, watch him go stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've all had that shitty supervisor.
Give a broke nigga some money and see what happens.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So all I'm just gonna say is just stay humble, stay open-minded, and just like JD was saying, identify who you are as a person before going into this field, because it's very easy, especially if you're a nigga that knows what you're talking about, to gain renown on this app very quickly, and that could very easily go to your head, just like a promotion or just like a nigga who's broke that ain't never had no money all of a sudden coming up in a crazy way. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say. But I'm out of here, you guys. I love you guys.
The monologue. Wait a minute.
I got another epithet. Okay.
Real heavy.
This is perfect.
About to change this nigga name to Talk Heavy Knots.
Talk Heavy Knots.
Mulatto Massacre. Mocha Messiah. All right, I'm gonna fuck with you.
All right, bro. Block Knots.
Messiah. I like that.
Hey, on that note, I'm gonna be heading out as well. It's 3 a.m. here. Thanks for having me, Sensei.
Yeah, of course.
Before I leave, though, I want to say
What up?
one little tip I'll give: do not ever use the word ratio. Like, if you're not joking, don't use the word ratio. You look like a fucking idiot.
Go ahead, tell
explain this ridiculousness.
If you ratio someone, you basically quote retweet their tweet, and you get more numbers than them, more likes, and that is basically seen as a W. Basically,
what if it happens on accident? Like, what if it happens out of your control?
That's fine.
That's
fine. But people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna ratio with like this pic of Zorro or something." Like, it's like,
watch me ratio you with this tumbleweed, nigga. Yeah, ass up, nigga.
Yeah, that shit's embarrassing.
There
are people that dedicate their time to
dedicate their lives and their identity to ratioing people, bro.
That's embarrassing.
Okay.
It is terrible.
See,
On that note, thanks for having me, Sensei.
Bye, Fiji.
Bye. Have a great stream, y'all.
What was you gonna say, Ali?
You know what? I don't pay attention to none of this shit.
I feel it, nigga. I feel it, nigga.
I don't know what ratio means.
Y'all better listen.
But like I'm paying attention. I'm like, wow, I did not know half this shit was happening because I don't engage with that shit no more. I don't get it.
Honestly, that's good.
I'm into that shit. You get pulled into that shit, but like once you ignore it, you don't. All I see is Jay posting shit, funny shit. I see Brago retweet some shit.
Bro,
I'll see you gotta follow the people that's
filter.
You have to follow
Twitter,
the people that are
really productive
and posting positive shit. If you are allowing so much negativity on your Twitter feed, this is why we feel this way.
Man,
I'm having a blast.
I was followed by somebody who is a known agenda pusher, and like, we were mutuals for a little bit. He followed me first, and I followed him back. But it's like the other day he said something so ignorant to somebody who had a different opinion. The other person didn't even come at him any kind of way or anything like that. And I was like, I literally have to unfollow you because you're just so ignorant. Like, why? Like, what's the point of you being this way? It's like it's such a bad taste of your agenda into other people's mouths.
No, I don't feel apologetic for unfollowing somebody if they on bullshit. Listen? Don't you like? We all want to surround ourselves with somebody that feels the same, or at least hold themselves to a certain caliber, right? So I'm not going to have a person that's on some bullshit and then explain myself why. If you know you on bullshit. And I'd be like, well, that's kind of like, I don't agree with that. Because we don't have to agree with people all the time and feel bad when we don't want to follow them, when we know they're consistently on bullshit.
Like I didn't feel bad about it because of how aggressive and how ignorant what he said was. It was just like, I don't need this in my life, and I don't want me to be attached with what you just said as a follower. Like, I'm not doing that.
I don't even interact with my TL. I got post notifications on for my bros, and that's it. And they the only tweets I interact with. I don't even go on my timeline like that.
I go on my timeline, but I don't follow anybody that's posting nonsense. And I'm not like, we follow a lot of people because they follow us and follow back. But if somebody is just that like, and I be forgetting to follow people by accident because I just don't be paying attention to this shit. So I got
a life for real.
Listen, he messaged me last year, but because Twitter put that shit in my one shit, like the one the shit that
message request.
Yeah. I would have fucking been talking to you way
I don't check them shit. That's the dead zone. I'd be scared to go in there like.
Yeah, I do too. They be throwing some weird shit in there, dog. I'd be like, whoa, I gotta dodge this shit. But no, this like that. It was Sensei. It was innocent. It was not like no bullshit, but because it was buried beneath you know what I'm saying? It's just I can't go in there all the time.
I feel you, G. For real.
But like, just don't follow anybody that's posting consistent bullshit, and then you're gonna be A-okay.
Is that Lord Drizzt?
Drizzt.
What's up?
What up, Lord Drizzt?
This is the only person allowed in my life.
I heard you were summoned, B.
I was out for a walk. Figured I'd drop by.
Appreciate you, B. Appreciate you.
That's right. What are you guys talking about?
We are talking about a whole lot of anime shit, a whole lot of anime Twitter shit, anime culture shit. Before I switch to
anime Twitter.
Yeah, man, any Twitter.
Ooh.
Do you have any do's and don'ts you want to say before I move on to my next topic?
I don't really care.
Right.
To be expected.
Don't engage.
So, damn, we got Anson in this bitch too. Anson, what's cracking, B?
Oh, what's going on, bro?
What up, nigga?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. What's going on?
Do you have anything to say before I move on?
I just said I don't engage into it. If I don't like it, I just don't let it bother me.
Big facts.
That's it.
Big facts. All right. Next topic. So I heard some niggas at some point we started talking about simps, which is very fucking crazy because my next topic is simp gods. Who are the biggest simps in anime and why?
Oh, in anime? Oh. Man. Jay, go ahead. Get Sanji out the way.
Get Sanji out the way.
Yeah, that's Lord Simp.
Lord Simp. JD, you gone?
Yeah, mute his mic on this one. Yeah, I'm not talking. I'll plead the fifth. I don't know.
I don't know what you mean.
Krillin was a simp.
I agree.
Krillin definitely was a simp.
Krillin was a simp. I think a simp. I think of Krillin. He wanted to be loved so goddamn bad.
That's a fact.
He wanted the bitches.
That's a fact, buddy.
Okay, wait. What makes Krillin an actual simp, though?
I mean,
not just somebody who wants somebody.
He wanted Marin. He got a bitch that.
So he's seen
like
pretty girls and was like, "Yo, I'd like to date one of them." Like that makes him a simp.
No. To me, his most simp.
Because the only one he really went out of his way for was 18.
That's
the
some simp shit, though.
He was like, "I'm going."
I wasn't thinking 18. I was talking about prior 18.
I was super thinking 18.
Because he was just dating Marin, like, and he thought Bulma was attractive. Like, that doesn't make him a simp. He didn't do anything out of the way. Like, he wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go fight this person in front of Bulma to make sure that she sees that I'm sure. He like didn't do that. He didn't do that for Marin either. So I don't think that makes him simp. He's just like, yo, girls are pretty. I like them. I want them to like me.
Is it possible for the shit he did with 18 to supersede all of this shit before?
I think that's the only thing you could say Krillin was a simp for. The fact that he would want a wish to be wasted on somebody who was an enemy just because
he also
was
risked his life for.
No, he risked the whole planet.
He did. He risked his
like
life.
That's the only thing that I could say is simpish. I don't think the Marin and Bulma thing count as simpish. I think that's just a dude.
I actually don't remember the Bulma thing.
Man, I remember watching that shit live on TV, and I was like, "Dog, Krillin, you better than this girl." So I don't know. Maybe it's just my personal preference, but
is Krillin better than her?
I see what you're saying.
Is Krillin better than her though?
Krillin is way better than her.
Yeah, Krillin's a good character. You guys hate on him for no reason.
He deserved to be.
I'm not saying he's a bad character. I'm talking about in the context of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, he was better. He could do. I mean, he obviously did better with 18. So yeah, he could do better.
Wow.
I would like
but he stepped his way into glory with her though.
Yeah. That's facts. That's facts.
Who you nominate?
Agree with you on the Bulma and the Marin shit.
Who you nominating, Sam?
I would like to nominate Obito as a simp.
Super simp.
Yeah.
Super simp.
I was just about to say Obito. He started a whole war. Hey, instead of just going back home, he started a war.
Exactly. You could have went home to your niggas. Yeah. I'm alive, guys. What happened to that, nigga?
Facts. Mineta from MHA, niggas a simp.
Who?
Yeah.
Is he a simp or is he just a creep?
He's just a creep. I want to kind of a simp.
Is he a creep or a simp?
No, I think it's tired of this shit. He'll get abused. Like when he was working for old girl, what was it? Mount Lady. His ass got tired of that shit. He didn't want. So I don't think he really simpy. He's a creep. Yeah.
Y'all got Sakura. No. Y'all got Sakura as a simp.
Sakura?
Yeah, sad.
Oh my god, man. Sad.
Did I make it?
What up, General Beckford? What up?
Yeah, man.
GB, what's cracking, B?
I was a little hurt when I didn't get the link, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm in my feelings.
Leak had me out on G. It's whatever. I'm drunk, so
Leak has you out on.
Yeah, G, you missed it
in public, bro.
In public, G.
Damn, bro, you been drinking.
But who you got as the biggest simps, G, in anime?
Biggest simps, Polnareff.
Explain.
What was that? Is that part 3? Buddy was finna blow up the whole mission and shit, trying to chase Shorty down. That was already going for my man's the shooter. Who was the nigga with the gun? The pretty boy.
I remember him, but who was the girl?
It was the shorty that Polnareff was on dirt with, trying to follow.
Oh, you talking about when he was a little kid?
Yeah. He ended up being the kid after that shit. Wasn't he like trying to chase Shorty down or some shit? Or am I misremembering?
No, he gave her the pass. He was like, no, I gotta continue this journey. Yeah, I can't be with you, ma'am. Like she had his necklace, his earring, and everything. If anything, she was just like infatuated with the fact like who the baby is. But Polnareff, damn, what did that nigga do? He did. I thought you would talk about the fact that like he was about to like abandon ship for everybody to go after the dude with 2 hands because he gets simping for like revenge.
That's a simp move too. I would
that's a simp move.
What's up, y'all?
What up, Trent? What's cracking, B?
What up, man? We just chatting or what?
No, we talking about simps. Biggest simps in anime. Who you got?
Who's been said?
We said Sakura. We said Krillin. We said.
Okay. Whoa, my nigga. Well, okay. I mean, I get it.
Wait, what did we say about Krillin?
He was simping for 18 for sure.
He did simp for that android.
You cannot deny. He
was the
risked
fate of
his
the world.
life. He wasted a wish, and he was dead enough to rest the planet for shorty.
I mean,
no, ain't no. I mean, that's simping.
When you know, bro.
Kind of bad though.
Like, you know.
Well, you know.
We do got to give him credit for
one
bagging
of the aspects of simping though that I attribute to simps is that they don't get the girl or they don't get the prize that they are simping for. So maybe I have the wrong definition of what simping is in my mind.
Okay, so
but I only really consider people simps when they don't get the prize.
Is that really the definition of a simp? A person who does all for a girl they can't get?
Yeah.
I think that's how true. I take simping to be, so I don't really put Krill in that category because
technically then Sakura wouldn't be in that category either.
I was about to say, so can we really call
she's a simp though?
Oh wait a minute. Sakura is a simp. I don't want to hear anybody.
We can't take
anything.
She knew what you wanted.
We can't take the simp title away in hindsight, bro.
If anything,
yeah, she's gotta keep it. I think that's a factor to being a simp. But it's not like the end all be all like rule that they don't get.
How about that? Can we say some simps can win, some simps can't?
I mean, some simps can win, but I feel like Kishimoto compromised, his story just to put Sakura and Sasuke together. There was nothing that even remotely showed that Sasuke was interested in Sakura in any capacity throughout any period in the story whatsoever, and they just ended up together.
He cared about her.
He tried to kill her.
That's cap.
He tried to kill her because she tried to swing on him. Shit, what was he supposed to do?
I feel like
he cared about her as a bro. Like that was about it. Like it wasn't like a romantic. Like I'm concerned about her as a person. It was just like, oh, we train together. We're bros. Like I kind of care about you.
Yeah, like he casually just nutted in her and left, and that's
all
he did.
He got up and walked away.
Yeah, he's like, all right. He's not even home. He's not even home.
He didn't sleep after. Like.
I hate it.
I mean, can we? Is it possible that Sasuke just dropped that baby in it because he wanted to continue the clan?
Yes,
that's fact.
Like not even no reason.
Wait.
I feel like
Sakura
handed out.
I think Sakura asked for the baby. G.
She can ask all day.
It don't matter if she asked for the baby. I feel like Sasuke only went through because it's like
right. It's the win-win for him.
Right. That's the only way to get her to shut up. What you mean? When my girl wants to talk about I want a new couch. All right, we can get a new couch. That's the only way we can start talking about this new couch.
But that's your girl, bro.
That was his girl.
Yeah. Debatable.
How is that debatable, G? They were married. Her last name
allegedly
is now. How is she illegally?
Yeah, she rocking the symbol on the back.
I don't know the timeline of these events. I don't know if the marriage was a shotgun marriage. Was that shit was it a marriage that happened after the baby? Because I feel like Sasuke still handing out the sideways hug to her.
They went on a whole thingy, and the dude, when her ass almost died, he was about to cry. He went after his wife. It's in the light now. Don't do this. Right here. You know what? I can't do this.
I'm screaming.
I want to nominate Brock from Pokemon.
Brock is for sure.
Definitely, that is a solid nomination. I don't think anybody would dispute that.
Did they already put Mineta up there?
I said Mineta, but they try to act like he's not a simp.
Did they say
he's not a simp? He's just a creep.
No, he's a simp, man.
He would do anything for the yams.
Okay, well, Sensei, what makes you think he's a simp as opposed to a creep? Me? Like, what makes you think he's in the same category as like Sakura?
I think he's both.
Both of them.
He can't be both.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be both, but I don't think that there has what has Mineta sacrificed in order to like really go after any girl. Like it was just
he has done a plethora of things to see.
He's done things that are creepy, but he hasn't done anything to sacrifice himself in order to gain them.
That's because he's got relatively
that goes back to the definition of simp, because I don't view simps as just somebody that's sacrificing things for somebody.
Well, do you think just like, oh, that girl's pretty, I want to talk to her, I want to flirt with her as a simp? Like what's your definition?
No, Mineta don't do that. Mineta, that's a whole different level.
That's what I'm saying. He's not a simp. He's just a creep. He just does creep stuff. He just does creep moves. So what is your definition of a simp then?
I think we can just agree to disagree, because I think he's a simp.
Wait, Wait. So Sam, what is your definition of a simp though? So what do you think a simp?
I think it's levels to it, bro. Like it's okay to like.
So what level of a simp?
Okay, it's okay. Like, all right, say Pickle my homie, right? And she posted a picture, and I'm like, oh, you look really nice in your picture, right? That's just regular shit,
right?
Yeah.
But if I'm under her picture, like this nigga Drizzt, if I'm under her picture, like, yo, you bad as shit, like, oh my god, like being extra thirsty and extra, I think that's simp.
How is that simp? Well, how do you know that wouldn't get her to or me in that scenario to message you back?
Does make it not a simp?
Because that would be like opposite of simping.
So now, if it's the first time you message her, is that really qualified as the? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you got to do some like repeated behaviors?
Right. Like you just can't like.
Yeah,
but Minetta does
repeatedly. That's what I'm saying.
I still think Minetta is a creep. I was just saying. I mean,
I think he's a creep, but I wouldn't classify as a simp.
I think if he had the opportunity to simp, he would easily simp. He just gets zero play, so he's stuck at the creep level.
I think he would if he had the opportunity.
That's fair. I could agree with that.
He a closet simp.
That's fair.
Perfect, he's a closet simp.
Hey, can I nominate folks from Shield Hero?
I was gonna say the Spear Hero.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask Nate who you got.
I was waiting. I was literally about to say the Spear Hero from Rising.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that. But how is he a simp? Wait, is that the one that rape Shorty for fake?
Well, he didn't rape Shorty. She pinned the rape on him on some Me Too shit.
Oh, okay.
And then
the
dude I'm talking about, he just rolled with that shit like, hell yeah, he raped you, baby, and I'm here to save you. You ain't gotta worry about nothing with me.
Then when he started seeing Ralph Talia, he started trying to holler at her, and she's like, nigga, I don't want nothing to do with you, my nigga. Like, none of us fuck with you because you don't fuck with your partner. They're supposed to be partner. That nigga was weird. Then in the end,
that nigga, I love Shield Hero, bro. I feel like just on some unrelated shit, I feel like that anime needs some more love, bro, than what it gets.
Yeah,
I fuck with it heavy, bro.
I'm okay with the love that the anime is getting right now because Shield Hero is one of them animes I really don't want to see overpopular. I don't want to deal with all the shitty ass conversations and takes that be around that
one. Who else we got? I mean, we in the street.
I got one.
Niggas still ain't said Sanji. I'm just waiting.
Hey.
We already said something. We already said something. We started that off by saying Lord Simp.
We was waiting on JD to get in his bag.
Listen.
No, JD, you know you have to acknowledge that as an objective fact.
Listen. Sanji is a simp. That's fine.
Okay.
I will admit that.
Okay.
But I think we're missing someone very important. Someone who I hate with all my heart and soul.
Who you got?
Chopper is not.
No, listen. Well, now Chopper's one, but Zenitsu from Demon Slayer is one of the worst characters I have ever laid my eyes on to this day. I hate that nigga with my soul, my body. I just ridiculous.
So wait,
how much I hate this.
Is it technically that Nezuko never texts him back, or she just don't speak?
She don't. Both of them.
It's not even about Nezuko. It's any woman that he looks at.
That nigga sucks,
he is screaming, yelling, simping, crying. Having a normal speech, he's either yelling, screaming, nothing. He sucks.
He do suck.
Zenitsu is ass.
He sucks. Hey, sorry, Leak, but that nigga sucks.
He stinks.
And the only time he's useful is when he's asleep. Nah, nigga, what's going on?
That nigga sucks.
Is Leak on here? Or is Leak in the comments?
Leak in the comments, G. I had to tell us.
Oh, what up,
Terrible. Absolute garbage.
Who else y'all got?
Moroku from Inuyasha.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, Moroku.
Yeah, man.
You said Moroku?
Yeah, man.
He was terrible.
Nigga? Absolutely.
No,
that's
no. He's the monk.
The hand nigga.
Yeah, the monk.
Yeah.
Wind Scar, that nigga. Wait, not Wind Scar.
Wind Tunnel.
Yeah, Wind Tunnel, that nigga.
Oh, wait.
Sensei, mute your mic.
Hey, I've been drinking.
Drizzt.
Hey, check
it. Drizzt, I got a good one. Drizzt, I got a really good one. Subaru from Ray Zero. Now
he is a simp.
He is a simp. He's a simp. I don't know if
he's a high tier simp.
Niggas ain't high tier. Damn, what's the tiers?
No, Yonko level simp, bro.
Yonko level? No, Bam is a Yonko level simp, bro.
No, trust me.
Bam not a simp?
If you watch
Whoa, don't do Bam, my nigga.
Bam not a simp?
Bam. Not yet.
That's a simp.
Ben's a simp. Stop.
No, not yet.
No. He subscribed to Rachel's OnlyFans. He's a simp.
He's
No.
a simp, bro.
It's the only. I'm sorry. It's the only thing he know.
That's simping.
But that doesn't make him not a simp.
Simping.
I think
Only
that
thing
is an
he's been
exclusion,
born
though.
simp.
Simp ass
Like,
boy.
I think that's a very specific like situation that he's in, though. I think that he could be excluded potentially because that's all he's known. He's like not known other girls. He's not known other feelings. So I feel like that it could be circumstantial.
It's almost like a mother, like a motherly thing.
The mother of all simps. I feel you.
Wow.
I think Kuwabara's a simp.
Kuwabara.
To a certain degree. He was doing all that extra
He's
shit.
thirsty, but I don't know if I would
Yeah,
describe him.
he got his moments, but I can't classify him as a simp.
Who is he simping for, Nate?
He ate
little sister.
Damn, he was simping for Shorty.
He owned that with Shorty.
Wait, hold on. What happened?
Kuwabara, he ate sister.
My nigga Kuwabara. Hey, that's my dog.
Say, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, Kuwabara, hey man. That's my dog, like, you know what I'm saying? But if we want to throw him in there, we can.
We ain't got no women simps.
No, we said soccer.
We said soccer.
Do we have another?
I saw S Death in the chat, and I agree.
Somebody said S Death?
Yeah,
man. I forgot who it was. Let me go back and tell
Every princess and Tower of God.
Nigga said kick me. How you gonna kick me from my stream?
Yeah.
Hey, what was the case against not nominating Hinata when we nominated Sakura?
Is she a simp?
Yeah,
I don't think she's a. Just because she had a crush on somebody for a
Hancock,
that's gay.
So Hancock
she tried to throw her life away for Naruto.
Yeah.
Hancock is a simp,
because she literally Hancock is a simp because she went against her responsibilities to protect Luffy. She is a simp.
Wow. She ain't getting no play.
But she could back it up though. Like if anybody,
that don't mean she
can back it up.
She can back it up in terms of her medical feeling, but that doesn't mean she's not a simp.
Pickle G,
check it out. Hancock is a simp.
In comparison,
I love Hancock, but she's a simp.
Krillin couldn't back up shit that he was simping for. So if you gonna simp for Cell, nigga, you can't fight Cell, so you are ultra simp. Hancock can fight every Marine she encountered before she dropped off Luffy.
So basically, you said if you can fight, you
her
can't.
Her motive was to go against her responsibility to simp for somebody who was against her. Like that's simping. If you're going against your grain of what you were doing,
I'm
that's
doing
simping.
what I want to do.
If it's in line with who you are as a person, that's one thing. She literally hated men, and then all of a sudden seeing Luffy and noticed the way Luffy acted and simped and completely changed 180 as far as that's concerned. She's simping. She's cool. I love her, but she's simping.
But she didn't risk
anything. She's simping.
Is what I'm saying, G. Isn't the
but
point of simping?
She completely turned against what her responsibility.
She risked a lot, nigga.
She didn't risk anything. She can beat your ass, bro. She can beat your ass.
So what if? Okay, so
nigga,
scenario if because she didn't fulfill her responsibility, if they're like, oh, we're gonna take a war on Amazon Lily, that's not her because she liked Luffy. Like that's literally responsibility and risk.
Saying, what was the risk
at all, man?
What was the risk?
She said it like 4 times. How many times you want her to repeat herself?
I missed it. I'm drunk.
Yo, so Sensei, hold on, bro. Let me ask you.
Hancock is
so if somebody called me a simp, if somebody calls me a simp,
right,
and I beat him up, the simping goes away?
That's basically what he just.
Maybe.
That's why I'm asking.
Wait. Sin. So here's my scenario, and I'm not saying Pickle's wrong. We just talking. This gloves off, so me and her at each other's head. What I'm saying is, if Pickle is my homie that I fuck with. I have a crush on Pickle, and Pickle needs to go to 79th Street. And 79th Street is full of a whole bunch of niggas that fuck with me, but they don't fuck with Pickle. But I can beat everybody ass on 79th Street. So I choose. This is a scenario. So I choose to take Pickle to 79th to drop her off secretively so that she can get where the fuck she want to be. But if I'm caught, it doesn't matter because I can beat your ass. So me being caught means nothing because nothing's going to
wait. But you're missing an important factor. It's not just you if they fight. If they come back to your house in your neighborhood and cause problems, then that's what's on the line, which is what Hancock was dealing with Amazon Lily. She literally wanted to be in that position to protect them. So now that she turned her attention from them, from her responsibility to Luffy, she left them vulnerable. That's like me telling you to come take me to 79th when I know people are about to come to your house. That's what the scenario is.
If she lost her warlord status, Amazon Lily would have got
Would
fucked.
she have lost it?
Right,
though?
exactly.
They needed her.
They sent Kobe after her.
That's literally her motivation to protect
That was after the
them.
fact, G. You can't do that. No, but I bag up. You're right. I lost.
I know I'm right. That's why I said it 18 times. I know I'm right.
So the scope of the risk matters too. Then that's basically what y'all arguing is the scope of it. Because Sensei just saying like I'm risking my life by going over here. If I can fight, I ain't gonna die. I'm good.
If I can fight,
I feel like that's constant.
Pickle bring it into the actual situation. She talking about the whole scope of it.
I think there has to be consequence to say that somebody's a simp, because if you're
you can
not,
get the whole hood shot up.
Yeah,
exactly.
There has to be because if there's not a stake in like for what you go after a person for, you're not a simp. If there's no stake, I have a crush on that person, I'm just gonna do anything I can to kind of get their attention. That's just normal niggas doing stuff to get somebody's attention. But if you're willing to sacrifice or willing to have consequence because of what you're doing for a person, that's what makes them simping.
Sensei, like what? Why? All right, in that situation, right? I feel what you're saying, but like, why is you just walking her home? Are you walking her home?
Yeah, I'm walking her home. I'm walking her home. Wait.
Why is you walking her home stripping, bro? Like,
okay, I don't like the scenario anymore where I'm a part of it.
Wait, so what she saying, G? So I'm walking her home, but if niggas found out I walked her home, they gonna shoot my crib up.
Nigga, that's okay, but that's just not. How was that? But is you the act of you walking her home to simping?
That's what.
The thought of risking it all for this bitch is the problem.
Yeah, she said risking my crib for walking you home is the simp.
Actually, you know what? Wait. Okay, I'm falling into y'all. I don't even agree with half this shit, and I'm over here disconnected. I gotta stop.
Look.
Yeah,
Dance,
you pulled into the
I love it.
I thought my nigga was just being chivalrous. Like,
exactly, G.
No. There's chivalry. No, I'm with you, man. Listen, simping is just basically a dude going after a girl he ain't gonna get, or a female going after a dude that they not gonna get. Exactly. But they may get them. But it's like to the degree of what they're doing. Boa Hancock is a simp because she risked her whole island for it. But a regular day person could be like, I'm risking my whole reputation to just tell this bitch I want to eat her ass on Twitter. Like, it's the difference. You know what I'm saying? To real life context, I'm like, if I like a female or a dude, I ain't about to be like, yeah, I want to have 3 of your kids like tomorrow. Like, I'm not gonna tell them that. But if I want to, that's simping.
I got you. Who else we got?
Hey, could Meliodas be a simp?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you know the backstory, that's
I would say because Elizabeth simps for him too, so I don't know.
That nigga
but bro, he could go and just live his life.
Escanor now, that nigga Escanor
is a simp.
He's a simp.
I don't know shit about Escanor, but
simp ass boy.
Nigga
lost his life for the poor. That nigga's a simp.
Nigga, this nigga died in the friend zone. Imagine that shit,
he died in the friend zone? Dang.
Yes, couldn't be me.
Niggas gonna say it every day.
Let that shit happen to me though.
I say it every day.
Talk about I always loved you. And then he dies. I'm like, all right, nigga.
She didn't even hit him with the I love you back.
No.
He died before that shit? That's a sad death right there.
She gave him a fake ass kiss and then he died.
Check it out. Mikasa. She's a simp.
Yeah, she a simp.
Yeah, I don't know I don't read the manga, so I don't know how it turns out.
You can watch the anime though.
Even in the anime, I'm an anime only. She a simp and a twin.
Okay, but if she ends the story with Eren,
she's still simping now, nigga. She's still simping now.
Okay.
That's still simping. That's the same thing as Sakura and Sasuke. Just because she got him in the end doesn't mean she wasn't simping.
Yeah, she's
okay.
The end result doesn't determine whether or not that person was
we can't deny.
So we're just talking about have they simped overall.
Sometimes the simping can become borderline manipulation, and they can win in the end.
Yeah,
I can believe that. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It transforms over the course of time.
Motherfucker was like, man, fuck it, man. This girl getting on my damn nerves. I'm about to just be with her.
So would that mean Bulma would be a simp?
Who?
Would that mean Bulma would be a simp? How she got Vegeta? Because that's a tough one.
I don't think she was simping.
I don't think she was a simp. I don't think she was a simp.
She wasn't simping.
She just had some I ain't going.
And she just
he said I am.
And she just
You say Obama didn't even have to question this shit. Like,
what's
you
really
like,
funny?
yeah,
What's really funny is
She has some Super Saiyan cheeks.
Man. Oh my boy.
what the fuck, bro? Hey,
dead dog.
Trent, who you got as a simp? G? You got any more?
I do see people saying Yamcha's a simp.
Yeah.
Yamcha went outside though. That's the sad thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. It did not work out for
Yamcha
Yamcha.
and he lost.
I don't know if I see him as a simp though.
Yamcha went outside when he died to the Saberman.
He went outside, but I wouldn't say he's a simp because he was. Wasn't he like known to be a player anyways?
Exactly.
Like it wasn't.
Yeah, he only went outside for how he died because he lost Bulma because he was cheating on her, and then Vegeta just came in and scooped up the rebound on his ass. So like,
damn,
don't see a repercussion on Yamcha's end.
Yamcha was cheating.
That's crazy.
Yamcha was out here listening to Future every day, bro.
Every day.
Toxic masculinity, Yamcha, Lord Yamcha.
At his best, bro. He was a pro athlete, money. He was out here doing his thing.
Hey, King Yamcha 2020, let's get it.
He could fight. He could fight.
Look at the streets on the Yamcha.
He could fight regular niggas. That's it.
He can
That's
fight
your
regular
king.
niggas. So by
niggas.
Sensei's definition, this nigga
he's top tier regular
he
nigga.
can walk down 79th. And
hold on,
literally
some of them
top
regular
1%
niggas,
of
some of them
regular
regular niggas he don't fought though beat a lot of these niggas up. Like
a lot of these niggas.
Hold on now.
Yeah, if there was no Saiyans or like Piccolo
Yamcha
in the
was
world
top
tournament,
tier.
Yamcha's watching. Yeah.
If there was no Saiyans or Piccolo, Yamcha's watching. He not watching Krillin, B.
He not watching.
Okay, tournament wise, he's at least getting that second place prize money.
Come on now, dog.
place?
Maybe third place if Tien is.
I was gonna say Krillin and Tien the only
bro.
two
He's
that's
getting
boxing
fourth
with him.
place, bro. Chaozu beating his ass. He's the
Chaozu,
worst, bro.
Chaozu was not beating Yamcha.
Chaozu is beating his ass, bro.
That's debatable.
Wow.
Chaozu beating his ass, bro. And if he not beating his ass, if y'all want to say it's an extreme high def fight, Chaozu is touching this man and blowing up.
Nigga, Chaozu, nigga.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Chaozu. Who y'all got
I
stronger than
agree.
Chaozu?
He's training with
who
Tien.
y'all
Damn
got?
it. He ain't losing no damn Yamcha shit.
Yeah, he not using it.
Krillin training with Goku. That don't mean they're at the same level. I'm not taking Chaozu.
No, but
over
Krillin
Yamcha.
is the strongest human, G. We not comparing Krillin and Yamcha.
I am.
Yeah. I'm cool with saying that shit close.
But how close? How close, G?
I ain't saying. I'm not saying nobody. I'm not saying nobody watching anybody.
So every fight
when it comes to their
extreme
tier
high
of people,
None of the humans.
unless you're talking like Krillin. I think Krillin on a different tier.
Krillin is on a different tier. I agree with
Especially
that.
since Super, I think he definitely on a different tier.
They definitely gave him a boost in Super.
So you saying Tien?
I mean, but they gave Tien a boost too.
Right, exactly. So y'all saying Tien, Chaozu, and Yamcha the same level.
Krillin was kind of acting different though for a little bit.
Krillin was acting.
Krillin did hold back a Kamehameha.
I like that whole.
But obviously, Super.
That
trash,
fight
so,
with Goku was dope though.
My nigga Android 17 though, that's that nigga dog.
No, I love 17 so goddamn much.
They stay giving 17 so much drip, man. Just like
he
always just cool as fuck for no reason. Like all his
bro, even in even in GT, the Super Android 17, that nigga was
raw,
nigga. Yes, oh my god,
that nigga had his shoulders out,
bro. He was like fool with his hair and that fucking
that nigga shoulders, bro.
That's what I said. That nigga pulled up
with them 3D soldiers for sure.
I was like, okay.
Nigga pulled up like
Pulled up. Good morning. You thought I was dead?
and that red mink Super Saiyan 4, stop.
Yeah,
oh my god,
bro! Listen,
that's my favorite Super Saiyan form, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Super Saiyan 4.
Super Saiyan 4 is one of the cleanest forms ever.
Yes,
Oh,
like when Goku first did Super Saiyan 4, bro. That
I definitely forgot about Roshi. Roshi watching that nigga too,
bro. I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, and then I think Baby, like Super Baby, like when he absorbed Vegeta.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was clean. His design was raw. I really like Super Baby, bro. He got body though. You hate to see it, but it is what it is.
I forgot about Roshi, G. Roshi.
G, you know, it's funny because people really slander GT, but it really wasn't that bad. I think what's up?
I didn't like the way it ended, but I need to rewatch it again because
I think the first half was good and enjoyable. I just kind of fell off during like the whole like dragon.
The dragons was
persona
ass.
thing.
Exactly. Yes.
That's like the same thing as like the Bleach Bankai thing. Like everything doesn't need to be personified.
I agree.
Like you can just let things stand alone.
Hey, I got a question.
He's doing a watch through Berserk, not Berserk, Bleach.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
I got a question,
but he's good. Like you didn't spoil anything. So
I got a question of.
I need to do my rewatch soon. So
to be fair, Trent,
do my rewatch.
Hey, niggas.
To be fair, Trent, you can't really get mad at niggas spoiling Bleach because it's been out for so long and it's been a big three. Like if niggas, you just got to hold the L at that point.
Like for sure. And like I've already knew some terms going into the show just because I've watched like King of Lightning and shit. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta throw your earmuffs on as quick as possible.
So boy, when you get captured to the manga and you see we them boys, nigga. Yo, I'm telling you.
No, the anime is coming back, right? So hopefully I won't have to jump on the manga.
The manga was the ending was ass, so I'll give you that.
Man, I really hope that the animators, man, tweak that a little bit.
We praying, son.
Pray to God, bro, because
praying.
I just ready to see my nigga. Ready to see my nigga Ichibei, though.
Oh my God, Ichibei.
I just met Renji and what's the big brother's name? Something.
Yeah.
So wait. Check it out.
Yakugan, my nigga.
Wait. Check it out. So I got a question.
Yakugan. Oh no.
I got a question, niggas.
Yeah, no, that was.
Hey, can y'all hear me? Can niggas hear me?
Facts.
Can niggas hear me?
Actually, would you consider Aang from Avatar a simp?
No.
No.
Don't do my nigga.
No.
He did simp Katara for a little bit.
He liked her. That was just about it.
Yeah, moments, but that's a young ass boy that's just like discovering that shit for the first time.
He was frozen. Yeah. He didn't learn nothing.
Just because you're 12 years old with a crush doesn't mean you're a simp. He's 12 years old.
Okay,
that's how they feel.
That's what I'm saying. He just now.
Hey, can niggas hear me? Can niggas hear me?
Yeah.
We got my bad. I guess my sound went out. I was talking the whole fucking time. I'm like, I'm like these niggas are disrespecting me. Yo, my stream.
Since I met this nigga, I ain't never heard him be quiet. I'm like, what? I'm texting your ass right now.
Bro, I was just getting mad as hell. I'm like, bro, y'all got some fucking nerve.
This nigga Sensei was like Lonzo from Training Day. He's like, I'm putting cases on all you
sons of bitches, bro.
I'm done with y'all. Y'all be playing basketball in Pelican
Bay. Spitting on my mic and all.
He actually just sounded like that nigga too.
Yo, wait. So I had a question because y'all brought up the whole Zanpakuto Toe shit, and I know we got left because I was trying to start the new topic. But holy
hey, bro,
fuck.
we done with that conversation.
No.
We had that conversation, bro.
No, bro, I'm not talking about simps, bro. No more, G. I'm talking about that Zanpakuto Toe shit, and we moving.
I'm just trolling your ass. It's your turn, bro.
No. So my question is, do y'all feel it's fair to specifically with One Piece? Does anybody who in this stream who watches One Piece feel like we need an explanation for devil fruits?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
No.
I do.
Why?
So for me, go ahead.
No. You was already talking. Go ahead.
For me personally, I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know, like I'm sure we all have different opinions, but it's not that I feel like we need it, but like more so that I feel like I want it to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, and there's many things in One Piece that, you know, by the end, I'm hoping we get answers on. Some shit we probably won't, some shit we will, whatever. But there's just like a lot of ambiguous topics in One Piece. So as far as like the devil fruits, like I just want to know like where they originated from. You feel me?
Right.
Like where they originated from. Why motherfuckers can't swim? Like
the reason why. Go ahead, GB.
I would just love to know how they happen. I don't necessarily. If you relating that back to the Dragon Ball GT and the Bankai shit, I don't necessarily need to see no shit where the devil fruits become something more than what they already are.
No, they don't have to become more. But do you need to know their origin? Like, do you?
That shit would be dope. I would love to see how they started. I personally
say no.
Speculate.
So right, Pickle, go ahead because I think we finna say the same thing.
I say no because I can take that. I can use like some suspended disbelief and just say, that's just how the world of One Piece is. The same way I could say Naruto and be like, oh, that's just the way that Jutsu is. Like they can use fire and water and stuff like that. Like I don't need an explanation as to why 200 years ago that this person could use this. Like that's not something I want an answer to necessarily in One Piece. I can go without it. Like I don't need to know the first tree that gave off the first fruit was the most powerful or something. Like I don't need the lore behind it. I just can take it as One Piece has devil fruits. That's how they have their power. Just like I could take Dragon Ball and be like, they have ki. That's just how they have power. Like, so I don't need to know that.
I agree with you, Pickle. The only difference I feel that is there is because it's not a everybody thing in One Piece. And when I say that, I don't mean like, obviously there's regular people in all these other shows, but the same way in Naruto, everybody has chakra. In DBZ, everybody has ki. In, you know what I'm saying, in Bleach, for the most part, every Soul Reaper has Ryatsu, right? So like it's kind of like we don't want to know how that started, but for One Piece, it's like all the people we encounter, whether they are important villains or not, don't have devil fruits. Like some do, some don't, and it's always kind of spoken to like it's something special. Oh, you have the forbidden fruit, or oh, you have the power of the devil. Like, oh, where did this power come from? You know what I mean? Kind of like it was supposed to be mystery.
I don't chalk it up that way. I just find it the same way. Like we were introduced with our first devil fruit by accident. So it was just like, kid ate this fruit he wasn't supposed to. Now we have Luffy. Like I don't chalk that up to anything more than person searched for this. Like in the case of Blackbeard, he specifically wanted one. Or person found this and was just like, yo, I want to be more powerful. I'm going to eat this known to be devil fruit. Like it would, like, I guess you could say care. Like we've already established so much without knowing what it was. At this point, if Oda didn't answer it, I wouldn't mind. We just know that they grow for whatever reason. That's just the world of One Piece. There's tons of crazy things that happen in One Piece. Like, and so for something accidental, like a devil fruit going to our main character, I'm not invested in necessarily knowing why. Like I have other questions that I would prefer to be answered.
I agree, and to an extent, but like I feel like the problem I have with that is I would be cool with just chopping it up to like it just being what it is if they didn't allude to devil fruit so much in the story. Like they talk about them so much that it's like they kind of push it to the forefront at times. So it's like if you don't want us to know, but I'm saying if you don't want us to know about something, like why do they leave so much stuff ambiguous? Like
because I will like think of it this way. Let's say that they didn't, like there wasn't, let's say the supernovas didn't have devil fruits. They were just normal people. It's like, okay, well, they're not as much of a threat. The only reason, like think of the characters that don't have a devil fruit, we put at the top tier still. We think of Goldie Roger. We think of Shanks. Because they're top tier, but if we had multiple characters who were like that, those two characters would go to the bottom. People without devil fruits would just kind of sink down because it's like, oh, well, regular people are powerful too. They would have no standing. We regard them as something even higher because we don't know that they have devil fruit. They're so much in the minority that's what would make them say, oh man, they got when Oda finally shows us Shanks' feet, it's going to be crazy because he has to do so much more to compete with these other Yonkos who have them. If everybody didn't have them, then it would just be like, okay, well, Shanks is a regular dude who didn't have them, who was strong. Like, we would lose some of that respect for the characters who don't have them at this point. That's why we hold Shanks in such high regard.
Yeah, I feel that, but like going back to what you said about like Naruto and other shows, like we do have some sort of explanation for their powers. Like in Naruto, it's explained with Kaguya and the whole chakra fruit thing.
That shit was trash, but it was an explanation.
But it was explained. Yeah, you feel me?
That's a fact.
Nen is explained. Ryasu is explained in a way. Like Ki is explained in a way. Like we get, even if it's a surface level explanation, we get one. So like, we don't have that in One Piece. We don't have anything.
I'm out of here, y'all. I'll catch y'all
later.
So
what? Like so.
All right, Trent. Thanks for pulling up, B.
Hey, for sure. Like the stream, everybody. Peace.
Like the stream.
Bye. If you're expecting, okay, so I guess I could ask you, like, what are you expecting Oda to tell us about these?
I don't need no, like, I'm agreeing with you that we don't need no big overdrawn out explanation. All I want is just, if it's just a simple origin, like where they originated from and why, like, the devil fruit users cannot be in the ocean, like. That's a big thing. They can't be in water, like in seawater. Like, why is sea stone weak and devil fruit? Like, there's something that they're showing us in the show. It's just like I don't want to just, for me personally, I'm speaking just for me. I don't want to just chalk that up to.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't want to chalk that up to just sea stone weakens them. Like, I just don't want to leave it like that. I want to know something. It don't have to be
that's fair. So if anything, I would probably say I would want to know is why sea stone in particular, but I could care less about the origin. But the specific notion of the sea and sea stone weakening them, that I can agree with. That I would like to know why in particular.
I missed the whole convo because my shit was acting up. All I want to say is to build on what I said at first. I just want to know how they work. because I feel like the story it gets into too much for us not to really learn how devil fruits work. Like we got Vegapunk, we got everything that y'all already listed about how the devil fruits, like why Sea Stone weakens them and everything else. We know too many of the side thoughts and projects for us not to know how devil fruits work. So as long as I get that, I'm cool. At some point, if I get that through Vegapunk's research or whatever, I'm gonna be straight. Everything else, like I don't need a whole arc or anything like that.
When you say how devil fruits work, what do you mean exactly? Because we see how they work and we're told their weaknesses. Like, what do you mean when you say how they work?
Reincarnate into other fruits.
Oh, Lord Glaminor!
Don't forget that as well. And there's also you don't have to care about shit like why Logias are different from Paramecias, but the sea god stuff around that shit has to be explained. But there doesn't have to be like this origin tree is where they come from and all.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I don't want that.
That's really about
it. What up,
though.
Glam?
Hey, Sensei.
How you doing, B? But yeah, my bad. That was just a slight side convo. I know Glam wanted to tell us a couple simps before I moved on. What's up?
I was just gonna say Viola and Pudding, but that was just about it.
Why Pudding?
Because she betrayed her entire family just to help Sanji get away from his bad situation, and also helped him make a cake that also saved her family, but also saved his crew. So she did.
But was she doing that for love?
Yeah, the only reason she liked him was because he said her third eye was pretty.
But I'm saying,
I think it was more than just he thinks that my third eye is pretty. I think it's more the fact that she was never appreciated too, and that falls into more than just this romantic feeling that she would have, a 16-year-old would have for somebody.
So Glenn,
I think that there's more weight.
Hey, why Pickle just have to put out that she was 16? Yeah, no, just more than a 16.
No, you gonna know I'm saying it. You know where I'm coming from. You got a woman on the panel. We going there.
If she didn't have nosebleeds over the man, I would agree with that notion. But she obviously has romantic feelings for him. Otherwise, she wouldn't have that gag.
Or kiss.
Well, there definitely is romantic feelings. I'm just saying that I think that there's more to take into consideration, more than just how Sanji feels towards girl I see. I'm gonna like die because I think she's so attractive. Or I'm gonna betray somebody because I think she's so attractive. I feel like there's more connotation to what she was doing as opposed to what. Like I would never put Sanji and Pudding on the same level as simp.
Well, no, I wouldn't put them on the same level, but I would just say that they're both simps.
I wouldn't disagree with you. If I were to put Pudding on a simp level, she would be at the lowest tier because I feel like there was so much more emotional bearing that she was going through at that time.
Context to that.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah.
What about Viola?
Yes, Viola. I got Viola.
She's not a simp.
She is definitely.
She's literally seen him as her way out. That's not simping. She was literally playing the game.
That's what I'm saying. She was
she a Vanessa.
She's playing the game. Like that's a finesse. That's not a simp.
Vanessa. Hey, y'all spitting.
I would say she was a simp for Dofi, but
no,
that's what I thought he was saying. But then y'all
that's literally the worst take. I hate when people say that about Viola. Like there was no contact, and where she was literally like going under Doflamingo just because she had the opportunity.
I mean,
she was literally trying to save her life. She had other people's lives in her hands. She was literally going to do whatever he said as the controller to make sure that other people live.
If you're talking about evidence in this story, then I get that. But Oda has come out and said, or heavily implied, that she had romantic feelings for Doflamingo the entire time on some Stockholm Syndrome stuff.
So that doesn't make her a simp. Stockholm Syndrome doesn't make you a simp, though. That's literally some mental game that's being played with you. Like, that's not... There's more to that than just being like, oh, this hot dude is taking control of our country. I'm going to do whatever he said. Like, that's more than that. People were literally dying. Like, come on.
Y'all hilarious. All right, niggas, last topic. So back to kind of more serious shit. Not really serious, but
this last shit wasn't serious.
So not exactly what you said at all.
The simp shit was not serious, but it was fun. Judging series based on medium, is that fair?
Define medium.
I was just about to say. Well,
manga versus anime versus scripture, like, you know what I'm saying?
Are you talking about like taking which points as canon? Like, are you talking about that, or
I guess? So what I'm saying is, go ahead.
He's talking about judging Demon Slayer based on the anime instead of judging it based on the
I was literally about to say, like, Ufotable was literally that Demon Slayer's godmother, fairy godmother.
Yeah, so
because I feel like certain instances where we have mangas that are kind of just like plain or boring or not necessarily anything and like crazy top tier, if the animation is good enough to kind of pull it through and drag it a little bit further, then I think that we do kind of have to hold it to a different standard.
Yeah. So
and I used to be like a more manga reader, and now I'm kind of switched to more like anime only and stuff like that. Actually, what I used to do was I would only read manga of things that didn't have an anime adaptation. And I feel like when we have that difference, we do kind of have, when we have a higher production value and more money is going into like animation and stuff like that, it does have a tendency to sway how we actually rate something in the end. Like, I feel like it's more than just content. I feel like it's more than just source material. It's kind of bad that we do it in a way, just because something's like, oh, it's so much prettier, or it's so much more it's animated well, that we kind of convey something as better.
Yeah. So that's kind of my thing. Like when we judge series, like, because obviously a lot of people feel like, well, it's a case by case basis.
That's what I was gonna say.
But is it fair to judge by medium versus just judging the series as a whole?
Are you talking about the quality of it, or are you talking about
yes?
Just like, I would say that the only way you should take the anime is if it doesn't conflict with what the manga says or tries to tell you. Like, for instance, One Piece is a big example of this, where there's a ton of filler that doesn't make any sense, and sometimes even contradict things that happen in the manga. I think Rurouni Kenshin has done that quite a bit. Dragon Ball has done that in both Z, Super, and just regular.
Right, but would you judge One Piece as a series? Like, I'm gonna say one. Like, all right, this is a scenario. So, would you feel like it's fair for a person to say One Piece is trash because even though the manga's good, the anime is ass?
No,
exactly. No. That's my question. Or
you
vice versa.
Even
though the anime is good, the manga's ass.
Yeah, no, you have to say both are trash, otherwise your take doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
I agree. I'll say this, man. You gotta keep the same energy, bro. That's all I care about. Like, if you're gonna speaking more so of like, if you basing some shit off in the anime, bro, keep the same energy throughout every series. I don't want to hear you say, "Oh, this shit is trash because the manga's trash," but then on something else say, "Oh, this is fire because the anime's bad, but the manga's fire." Like, you can't flip flop. Like,
I feel like that's also case. I feel like that's case by case, because if you have people who picked up Hunter X, like, oh, I pronounced the X in Hunter X Hunter, so you're gonna hear it.
Go ahead, say it.
Bro, say it, bro. I don't. Bro, Noxi's the only nigga that's mad at that.
If people pick up Hunter X Hunter and they look at the art, sometimes they're like, yo, what am I looking at? And they see these blocks of paragraph text, then they're gonna be like, yo, this is kind of like not what I want to be into. But if they watch the anime, they're gonna be like, oh, and for the most part, Hunter x Hunter is a pretty good adaptation from what you're reading. Even better in some scenes where it's so much animated better.
The narrator does the
best. The narrator is king.
Now that in particular.
So when we see that, I feel like you have to be able to differentiate.
But at the same
two
time,
things.
Exactly.
I
agree
would
with
say
you
for Hunter x Hunter, because I don't. Drizzt, you recently read through it, so you would know better than.
I feel like it's series by series, because for me, there's no way. If I would have seen a block of text trying to read Hunter x Hunter, I would have been like, all right, this
is now Pickle. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, like, it's when you start. I think it's unfair to like when you start comparing series. That's what I'm speaking on. Like,
from series to series is one thing. You cannot. do that.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to say, oh, I like the anime better than this, so it's still fire to me. Sure, that's fine. But I mean, I'm talking about like when people compare series and stuff. Like, that's not fair to be like. Oh,
so in the conversation, One Piece versus Hunter x Hunter. Just for example, the Hunter x Hunter anime is amazing, right?
Right.
But if you go read the chapters and see a whole bunch of just text, a lot of niggas not fucking with that. So niggas will say, well, I mean, the manga ass. But then on the flip side, the One Piece anime is not so good, whereas the manga is a much better medium to, consume it through. Right.
Now, Sensei, I have a question for you, because let's take, for example, Demon Slayer, where we have a kind of plain manga. And I'm not saying it's mid, or I'm not gonna say it's bad or anything like that. Let's just say it's kind of average,
right?
But versus you watching the anime. Now the anime, and that's the hill I'm gonna stake on. That Ufotable was its fairy godmother.
I agree.
Would you say that when you compare series to series, is it fair to still compare it? Would you say it's better to compare the anime to another content manga? or would you still say Demon Slayer manga to another content manga?
That's what I'm saying. I think. Oh wait. Were you asking him, Sensei, or me, Sensei?
I'm at you.
Oh, okay. I think that's what I'm saying. Like when I say keep the same energy, like don't like. I just don't like how people like, for instance, with and we could talk about Demon Slayer and One Piece because this was a big thing on Twitter. Like as of late, like people have been comparing Demon Slayer to One Piece, and like I just feel like a lot of the arguments that I've been seeing is like them comparing the anime, and it's like I don't really feel like that's fair because it's like the anime. If we're just comparing anime, bro, I'm gonna be honest. Like just as far as aesthetics, Demon Slayer got it in the bag. But it's like if I'm comparing, if you want to compare your greatest version of your series, I want to use my greatest version of my series.
I was just gonna say
that's fair. That's fair. Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
You look at the series as an overall whole. You don't say, well, the One Piece anime is better than the Demon Slayer manga, so One Piece is obviously better.
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to make sure we were doing.
Exactly. Like, that's what I was gonna say for Hunter x Hunter, because like this came back to my whole source material thing. And Drizzt just read through it, so he would be able to correct me if I'm wrong on this. I don't think that they show Kurapika's entire backstory in the anime a single time, correct? But the manga does.
No, I've never seen that. I've only seen the anime as far
as.
That's
what I'd say. Where it's like, even the Hunter x Hunter anime isn't exactly a perfect representation of what the manga is, because there's a huge part of a major character's backstory that isn't even involved.
Right. Well, I would agree that that's something that we just kind of take as it is with anime. We're never going to get that 100. Like panel to panel adaptation is always going to be at least one way. Either we get more so in the anime that we're drawn out with this unnecessary information, or we're going to get undercutted. Like that's just something we have with source material.
The purpose of an anime is to adapt the source material and add things onto it that don't contradict what the manga has told you before. So I would expect it to adapt everything and then add more stuff onto it that isn't like garbage.
I agree that that's the way it should be, but I feel like in the decades of anime I've been watching, that's just not the case. I agree that that's the way it should be, but the fact of the matter is that it's not, and that's just something that as an anime community,
and Glam,
kind of roll with the punches.
I feel you, Glam. I really do feel like that's how it should be too. But honestly, to me, bro, and this is just at the end of the day, bro. Dollars talk, bro. You feel me? And they're adapting these animes. It's all about profit in their minds, bro.
Well, that's why.
So it's like if they can make some shit, super appealing, that's going to get people to tune in. If they're like, man, we can really do some cool shit with this, but we're gonna have to leave out a little bit of the manga. They're probably going.
They're gonna sacrifice it. Yeah.
They're probably gonna go ahead and do it, bro, because it's all about people tuning in, and the anime is adding fuel to the fire. Look at Demon Slayer, bro. People seen that fire ass anime, and look at everybody going and getting all the volumes now.
And then they mad because it's going outside. Went outside because the chapter came out.
I mean, they're not going outside. They're still loving it, but
no, niggas went outside. It's a whole lot of lovers. Niggas
it still
that love
has
it,
not
that's
been
hella mad right now.
It has still not been knocked off #1 in sales.
Oh, I'm not talking about that.
Well,
but is that still back sales?
Well, that's regular shit. That's not.
Man, I ain't gonna lie.
How many volumes have they dropped?
The Shonen Jump Twitter,
a lot.
Unofficial Twitter, put out the Oricon shit, and it was a lot of previous volumes on the top 10.
That's what I was about to say. How many volumes have they dropped this year?
This year? Oh, I don't know. It's probably a low amount across
the board. It was a lot, bro. The top 10, it was like Attack on Titan's latest shit. Then it was like I think One Piece was on there like third or second, and then it was just all Demon Slayer, bro. Like the whole rest of the top 10.
I mean, they passed out Marineford numbers, and no one's ever done that before.
You saying this last arc of Demon Slayer passed up Marineford?
No, I mean the total. Out? I mean the total sales.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we talking about something. Yeah, we talking about something different. Yeah, my bad.
They're not different.
They're not Drizzt?
No, they're. I don't know if you've looked at the sales.
I haven't. No, that's what I'm asking.
The sales for 2011 wasn't 3 One Piece volumes each sold 20 million. So whenever Marineford came out in 2011, and it was also being heavily promoted by the Strong World movie. That's half the reason why it got a lot of sales, because the Strong World movie is one of the bigger reasons why people got back.
Educate me, Drizzt. Educate me, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, it's whenever you get numbers that big, it basically happens to the fact that your series hits big, something's happening, people liking it, and they're going back and buying all the volumes. One Piece during 2011 still had like 450 chapters worth of material and a lot of volumes.
Right.
Most of those sales came from people catching up to the series, loving it, and then buying everything. It's the same thing with Demon Slayer.
So that was
Demon Slayer's current volumes. I think they've had like 3 this year, and they've all been the top.
Huge.
The #1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole top 10 is just back sale shit. I literally buy.
And even the volumes per month, it's still number 1.
Yeah.
But are the volumes per month greater than the back sale volumes?
Probably not.
They're like, well, I don't have the record for each one of them, but I think the last one was like 2.5 million.
Okay, so the back sales just was like 12. So that was what I expected. That was what I was saying. I wasn't saying like they not still leading in sales.
Yeah, and it's only going to go up. The Demon Slayer series is getting that movie this year as well. So
the train.
Yeah, it's likely going to it's probably going to destroy and crush the numbers.
Yep.
Overall.
Interesting. Does anyone go ahead?
No, you got it.
I was going to ask, does anybody else have anything to say as far as judging series by the medium? Any other examples of series that should be judged as a whole? Because I think all of them should, but as a whole versus selecting a medium over the other.
Black.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I mean the obvious.
No, I think Black Clover
should be judged as a whole.
Yes, because I hear a lot of shit talking about the anime, which the animation is iffy. I haven't really picked up the manga, but I'm caught up on the anime, and I hear a lot of people who have ended up picking up the manga, giving it more credit, more so than the anime because of various reasons, voices, the animation, and everything. And I think it should be judged as a whole, not just one or the other. Because Black Clover is good.
I can attest to that. So I read the manga before I watched anime. Watched the anime, and the anime blew out. Like, just I hated it. I had to rewatch. I had to go back and reread from the beginning of the manga just to get the bad taste out of my mouth. So the manga is that good to where I am enjoying it. It's just sometimes animes are just like, whoa. It's like hard to get past that initial, like, I got a bad taste in my mouth to where people don't pick up backup stuff. So I think Black Clover gets a bad rep because the anime is kind of rough to get through. If you don't know what the manga is bringing to the table. I feel like My Hero is another example of like a manga to like the anime is good.
People love the anime, but
the manga is just so much better to me. I feel like
the manga of My Hero.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I think the manga is a lot better than the
anime. I think it depends on if you enjoy either medium, because like personally for me, like I don't think Black Clover is good in the manga or the anime, and I have issues with My Hero currently in the manga, but the anime is a good adaptation up until season 4 in my opinion, but other than that, like I don't think you should judge it separately.
Yeah,
in any regard.
I agree with Glam in the regard for My Hero. Like, not saying that I think the manga is bad. I just think the anime adapts it much better.
Well, the anime does. Well, yeah, up until this current. I would say up until this current.
Yeah, up until the overhaul shit.
And I'm speaking from a place that I'm like more of a manga person. I'm just saying that like it takes a lot for me to make me enjoy anime.
Allie,
and
you fuck with JoJo, right? Anime. You fuck with JoJo, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you read JoJo?
I have not, and that's the saddest part about it. I'm waiting till part 5 comes out with that, like a manga adaptation that's pretty good,
part
and then
6?
I'm gonna read.
You saying,
I'm gonna watch.
What you mean?
I mean, I guess because I'm caught up to part 5 in the anime,
right.
But I want to read up to part 5 in the manga, but I can't seem to find a link that gives me a good. I mean, I guess I can read on the Viz, but I have to buy the
volumes.
I have to buy the volumes. I ain't trying to do that. So when you know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
So when I get the chance, I'm gonna read it. Like Hunter x Hunter, I'm gonna read that. When I catch up on manga, I'm on Kingdom right now. So like I got told to watch. Don't Kingdom got an anime?
It's got a pretty trash anime.
Yeah, see, nah,
Berserk got a pretty trash one too.
Man, there's so many good mangas I read that I wish had good animes, bro.
Yeah, man.
The Promised Neverland got a good anime with a good manga. Even though it's frustrating as shit right now because of Emma, but you know.
Yeah, man, I agree, G.
It's like, come on, dog.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on.
I thought you were gonna say something else. I'm like, okay. But no, I agree. It do really be funny when the manga is like, and the anime be like, no, but this shit lit. That shit interesting.
It's the exact opposite for something like Fire Force, for instance. People fucking hate the anime, but I've heard a lot of good things about the manga.
Yeah, man.
I like the anime.
I
I'm not
heard the
gonna front
anime
on
is
you. I do
fire.
enjoy the anime. Yeah, I
No
enjoy
pun
the anime.
intended.
I like the animation. I mean, I'm not gonna ever say that Fire Force is, oh my gosh, top 10 shonen of all time. Like, but for what it is, just to enjoy it as I'm watching it, I do enjoy it. I think that it's interesting that, for one, the concept of a like miscommunication plot point is completely eliminated with our main character. Like, he's just not that kind of person. He's gonna say however it is, whatever it is, to the team he has. So that completely eliminates, oh, the bad guy told me a secret. I'm going to keep it to myself and potentially put them at risk or my own agenda more important to their lives. So I find it interesting. I enjoy the anime. I haven't read the manga, but
yeah, I did
people.
not enjoy
I feel like
the
people
anime,
hate on
but I haven't read
people.
the manga.
I feel like people hate on Fire Force just to hate on it sometimes.
I do want to watch.
I hate on it. I hate on it just to hate on it. I'll be honest.
I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that that's a thing.
Trash,
that ain't me though.
But I appreciate your honesty.
I don't think it's me personally. I watched a few episodes. I don't think it's trash. It's just like not for me. So that's why I stopped watching it. But I don't think it's like trash, because like what I consider trash is like really bad.
What's the
so
worst?
Like,
what's the worst anime nigga seen? G? Like, let's be honest.
Roku no Yusha, no cap. Roku no Yusha is the worst anime of all time. I'm not even like capping in any sort of form. It's a waste of time. You will never. It's straight. There's nothing redeemable about it. You physically see it, and it's very pretty. In the first 2 episodes, they literally trick you into thinking it's going to be one way, and it's not. And then by the end, like it's. I know last time I was on Gloves Off, we talked about plot-driven stories or character-driven stories, and I mentioned that plot-driven is usually meant for like longer series. What they did was put a plot-driven story in a short-form anime, and it's straight garbage. It's the worst waste of time. I think it's like 12, 13 episodes. I would not recommend it to anybody under any circumstance. And the worst part is, it's sort of like a mystery, and the twist is actually decent. But the garbage you have to go through to get to it, straight trash. Would never recommend it. Don't watch it. Roku no Yusha, X on the list. Don't ever watch it. It's a waste of time. You're gonna waste 6 hours of your life.
Dot hack sign for me.
Oh, I heard it. To the Abandoned Sacred
Yeah,
Beast for me.
To the Abandoned Sacred Beast is the worst anime I've ever
that
seen
shit
in
is
my
so
fucking
trash.
life.
That shit is ass.
And I hate anybody that recommended that shit for us to watch on the pod. It was horrible.
What are we talking about?
The worst
To the
anime
Abandoned
I've ever
Sacred
seen, bro.
Beast.
Worst anime I've ever. Ooh.
There was a
Like
Magikoi
legit, G. Not even
adaptation that I
not even
watched.
on no cloud shit. Not even on no trolling shit. What is the legit worst anime you've ever seen?
There was a Magikoi adaptation that I watched that was pretty trash.
What's Magikoi?
It's based off a visual novel in Japan.
Oh, okay.
For me personally, the thing that I want to call it, well, I guess I had to call it the worst anime because I enjoyed it the least. It wasn't the specific series as a whole; it was just the season. But it was Fairy Tail season 2. I really didn't like that.
What takes place during season 2?
You said what?
What takes place?
What? Is that the Tartarus arc?
That's the. See, I didn't watch much of it, so like I watched like maybe the 3 episodes, and I was like, but it's like I think it's. Fuck,
It takes place after the Grand Magic Games?
No, I don't think so. Someone in the chat may be able to answer that. Actually, watched it.
Get Steve-O in here, and he'll tell you.
Steve-O was supposed to join. He just, I guess, didn't. But you know,
that's just Steve-O.
Yeah, Steve-O being Steve-O. Yeah, no, I got dot hack sign. The funny thing is, I was expecting niggas to say JoJo. I love that niggas didn't say JoJo.
I'm so glad nobody said JoJo.
You know what? I tried JoJo and I couldn't. It just wasn't for me. Just because something's not for me doesn't mean I'm going to clown it.
Agreed.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like that's not fair. Just because your personal interests don't match up with something for you to be like, that's garbage.
Exactly.
I feel like in order for you to actually label something as trash or garbage means that you have to have had some sort of interest in it, and it just completely fall through. That's why I can stick by my Roku no Yusha. Like, that's the genre I'm interested in. The story was compelling, and it just was straight garbage. Like, I literally watched the entire thing, and I'm able to say it's just trash.
Yeah, no, that's facts. That's why I said like it's just something that I didn't enjoy. That don't mean that like I feel like it's the worst though necessarily, because somebody else might watch it and love it. But like That's a real subjective question, so it's like hard for me to answer. But like that's just for me, you feel me? But I don't mean overall. I think it's the worst.
It is. It's true. It's subjective, but that's
what are the parameters for like for a bad anime? I guess like what is nigga sliders?
Bad writing quality, bad animation, bad art. Like it could be a number of things.
Like Seven Deadly Sins.
If they cut the
that animation was so cool.
That's a perfect example of something that just lets you the hell down.
Sensei, I'll give it to you like this. Everything that makes a manga bad plus bad animation is what makes a bad anime. That's exactly what it is.
Well, I feel like you can have good animation and a bad anime because that's exactly how Roku no Yusha sucked me in. Like the animation was good; it was very visually appealing, but it was just like this is straight garbage.
Well, I'm saying like all of those things play like everything that you would rate a manga on.
But bad animation could be also a thing. But Ali, to go what you said, bro, that Seven Deadly Sins.
Black Clover and Seven Deadly Sins is the two that let me down.
When Meliodas when he's sitting in the
bed. Hey, what's crazy? I think it's gonna get even worse.
Why you say that? Hold on, answer. Why you say that?
I mean, because I've read it, I ain't trying to spoil nothing, and I just don't feel like they gonna recover from that shit.
No, unless they come out with like with One Punch Man.
I was gonna say the funny thing. I feel like One Punch Man also is gonna get worse.
Nah, they gonna bring it back.
After my hero,
if Madhouse not gonna do it, bro, it's not gonna be what it was ever again.
I'm just so glad David Productions did Part 5 JoJo so fucking phenomenally, man.
That's Part 5, the go part.
Oh my god, I love Part 5.
That's
Part
the
5 is amazing. Part 4 is good too, and the animation was great. But Part 5, every single episode hit. Every single
Part 4 is the part of JoJo that actually hooked me on JoJo. Part 5 was okay to me, but Part 4 was it. That shit was.
Part 5 was more than okay. Part 5 was more than okay, but it wasn't better than Part 4.
I mean, don't harp on the word okay. Like I'm just saying okay, as in not Part 4.
All the little like there was so much packed in when it comes to shit, I forget the word I'm trying to say, but like
That's good. We've been drinking.
Yeah, man, I'm drunk.
Yeah, man, this edible just kicked in. I'm sorry.
Like I don't even
look. Pickle, like I don't even know what's happening right now.
You know, like the fucking what is that thing where like things just make so much sense. Like fate, how the way fate is used in that part, like just Giorno to Diavolo, which is
Ali, I want to have a serious JoJo conversation with you, but not on this.
You two are way too drunk.
Which is crazy.
Not on this stream.
Ali, since you said you finna be reading JoJo, right?
Oh, not at this point. I'm still doing Kingdom right now.
Okay, well, when you finally get around to it, I want to have a talk with you about the JoJo parts, because Sensei once, it was either Sensei or Lito, one of them proposed the question to me, like, could you imagine reading Part 5? And I was like,
that question, and no, I could not.
I was like, damn, G, I wouldn't even understand his stand ability. It probably wouldn't even hit you until they got to talking it out.
I bet it would be super confusing reading it, but that's why David Productions did a fucking phenomenal job.
They killed that shit.
Like, yo, when he first used that shit, and then you get to see it, like, woo.
I mean, there is one benefit to reading Part 5, and that you get to see where the 7-page Buddha came from.
That is a benefit. 7-page Muda.
The way they did Bruno Dog with the fucking building. Oh my god, when he was fighting what was it? Goddamn, what's his name? Chocolata. Yeah, man.
Chocolata.
Oh my god.
All right, niggas. At the end of every gloves off, we already know how that shit goes, man. I need y'all hottest takes. We can go down the line. Sin, what you got for me?
Ooh, hot takes, bro. Man. I don't know. Can you come back to me, bro? I think
I can't come back to you. Nay, hood nigga, Nay, what you got? What's your hottest take?
Come back to me too.
Gee, if you just want to slander some shit, please do. JD, what's your hottest take, B? No, he's still here.
My bad. I'm here. Okay. God, I don't know, man. You making me run out of hot takes, bro.
Hey, that's what it is,
I know,
bro.
like, how many
nigga, hey, you motherfuckers, wait. You motherfuckers running out of hot takes. I'm running out of topics, goddammit.
Deku's an average MC. There you go. That's my take.
Average? Hey, your tweet that you said.
It's not even hot.
I'm gonna reread it.
Everybody says
maybe
that on
my
Twitter.
opinion will change, but for now,
everybody says that on Twitter. That's not even a hot take.
That's not hot, B. Slander something, god damn it.
That's a cold take.
All right. I got a hot take for you. I'll volunteer.
What's up, Pickle?
This might actually be my hottest take that I have, but Fairy Tail's Grand Magic Games is actually the best tournament in Shonen, in my opinion.
Wow. In all of Shonen?
And I'm not even. That's not even on cap.
It's better. You think it's better than Chunin exams?
Dark Tournament.
I do.
Dark
I think it's better. Well, okay, so if I had to rank them, if I had to rank them, I haven't watched I haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho. I haven't done a rewatch yet. So that is something that you have to take into consideration. So I'm putting it at my end. If I had to rank them, I would put the Grand Magic Games as number one. I feel, and the thing is that what sucks about that, me having to say that, is because people don't. And I watched it and I enjoyed it at a more emotional level because I watched it as opposed to reading it. The problem is you have to get through a lot of stuff that people aren't going to be interested in just to get to the Grand Magic Games, but it completely pays off. And people always want to put that, fairy tale is friendship, is power, whatever, friendship, whatever, power, friendship, blah, blah, blah. The only thing friendship did for them in the Grand Magic Games was comfort them when they cried. Like, it was not what you were expecting when you got there. So I would put Grand Magic Game. I enjoyed it more than any other tournament arc. I would put Chunin Exams at number 2. I would put the sports festival at number 3.
Wow.
Probably. Whoa. No, you got to put Chunin Exams over this.
No, I would definitely do that. I'm not
the sports festival.
I'm not putting sports festival.
And then I would put that. I would put the sports festival over. Now, there's a lot of world tournaments that happen in the Dragon Ball universe. I specifically am referencing the one where the early one on where
Goku versus
Goku
Tien.
fights. I was gonna say Goku versus Tien and Goku versus Piccolo as the end. That's my favorite one.
Goku versus Jackie Chan.
I was gonna say Jackie Chan would probably be my favorite.
Yeah, I enjoy. I would just because of the character that I can relate to, well, not necessarily relate to, but I can still attach myself to later. That's why I'm going to choose the one with Tien and Piccolo at the end.
I agree that Goku versus Tien is a better fight, but I would say because of what the Jackie Chun tournament did for both Goku and Krillin, I would say that tournament is a better arc overall.
And I don't disagree with you. I just personally prefer the other one, but you're right. I'm not going to disagree with you at all. For my number 5, I would probably tie, just because I haven't done the rewatch of Yu Yu Hakusho, I would probably tie Dark Tournament with Yu-Gi-Oh's Battle City.
Oh God. that pains
Come on now, though.
Hey, good shit, G. That was actually a hot take, Pickle. Good shit.
It is a hot take.
I'm high-fiving
I stand by it.
Camera.
I'm with it.
You said what?
I said I'm with it.
I bet it up.
People be sleeping on Fairy Tail for no reason. Grand Magic Games was a dope arc, and I'm gonna die on that hill. Grand Magic Games literally.
Hey, fight everybody in the comments, G, because I'm not arguing with you.
I can't fight you because
I'm not gonna. Lions don't argue with sheep. They're not in the call, so I don't have anything to say to them.
Damn. As you should. Let them know.
Let them take Brandon.
He said talk heavy.
Y'all better listen to her.
Hey.
Anson, what's up, G? You got a hot take? What's your hottest take right now?
Right now?
Let
me see. Oh, okay. After reading My Hero, the last chapter, I think it's gonna be
with the hands.
It might be the best shonen ever once it's animated.
Wow.
Cat.
That is absolutely
when it gets to that part. Nah, I'm serious.
I'm serious too, bro.
Just the whole story.
Should I just give my hot take in response to that, Sensei?
You can.
You know what I'm going to say.
It's still more coming out. So
I mean, I know that, but Cap.
Very
much. Sensei, should I just give my hot take?
Like I said, I hear you.
Shut up, Lamb.
I mean, it's a hot take, man. It's my hot take. I mean,
you can't tell somebody Cap for their hot takes. I'm just glad you guys didn't do it to mine, because I was literally about to hang up if you guys were mean to me.
No, I disagree, but obviously I'm gonna fuck with Anson. That's my, you know, not to say you're not my nigga, but we fucking with him, bro. His opinion is his opinion. I'm not really slandering him for his take. I just asked for his take.
We're just slandering the take itself.
Yeah, I'm just slandering the take itself.
But
go ahead.
Hey, I think so.
Yo, Jay, check it DMs, bro.
All right.
That's good.
But hey, Drizzt funny as hell. But yeah, no, I just think that's cap. But Glam, if you have a rebuttal take.
I mean, I have 3 I wanted to do, but I'll choose from one.
Okay.
And now I'm not going to do the My Hero slander one because I don't want to get into a discussion about it right now.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that I think Charlotte Katakuri has a very poor character design out of all One Piece characters.
Cap.
That's my hot take.
It's your opinion, and I trust it.
Yeah,
and I should also clarify that when I talk about character
Husband.
design, I don't talk about how a character looks cool or not. I talk about how their character design informs their actual character, which is
okay. Well, that's different. Never mind.
That is different.
Yeah.
That is different.
That is different.
Good God Almighty!
You feel me?
Oh wow. Lord Drizzt.
Oh, well, I already slandered One Piece on the daily, so I guess I'll think about something else.
Let's get something. Slander Hunter G.
Okay. I just read Hunter. I've been enjoying it, so don't take this the wrong way. And I see Togashi's in chat, so I'll say that something that I see a lot is people believe that the Royal Guards are amazing characters. I think they're just average.
Exactly. Oh. They regular niggas.
I think they are average characters. I like them. I think some of them have. I think Togashi fucked up on a couple of them.
Yes.
I still like them, but I don't think they're amazing characters.
What about Yuppie? What about Yuppie?
Yeah, I was about to say, Jay.
What about Yuppie?
Yuppie was my favorite.
There it is. That's all I want to hear.
Togashi fucked him up too.
That's a fact, but
he did. But his development was great. I liked it.
Agreed.
Yuppie's the best one.
Good shit, Drizzt. I love the Hunter slander slightly.
I mean, P2 is my favorite due to the fact of empathy, because I'm very big on empathy. But Yuppie is number 2, and I can't stand Shia.
If you say Poof is good, you're wrong.
No, I can't stand Shia Poof.
Nah,
that guy stinks.
Shower Puff gotta stop.
Shower Puff.
That shit.
Allie, what up, G? What's your hot take?
What up? My hot take is shit. I forgot it. Talking about that shit. Shit. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna go with this backup one. No, I just remember what it was. Haikyuu is definitely top 10 worthy.
Okay.
I can't even disagree.
Top 10 short anime?
Anime and manga.
As a whole.
Right. Anime and manga top 10.
Or a long series. How many chapters does Haikyuu?
It's in like 400 or 500, something like that.
Okay, so long.
Yeah, no, I'm caught up.
Top 10,
I finally caught up. It's fucking phenomenal. Especially when it gets to this season and shit, and you see what happens here, it's gonna be fucking goated.
I don't know how many people would disagree with that.
I won't.
Okay, well, shit, I got told that it's a lot better. So
I'm rolling. Good take. Sin, we back to you, nigga.
Oh shit. Damn, bro. I really don't got no hot takes, bro. Like, I'll be chilling.
Give some Hakusho praise.
That's a hot take.
I like.
For certain characters, it is.
I like. Okay, for Hakusho, it's not. I don't know if it's a hot take, but I like Chapter Black more than Dark Tournament.
That's not a hot take.
That's not a hot take at all.
Man,
should reverse
it. All right, give me some slander, B.
Some slander.
Yep, slander some shit. Slander for a while.
Damn, I haven't seen no shit I ain't like lately, man. Like,
or even some old shit that niggas is gassing that you think is not good.
Man. Damn, Black Clover, that shit, man.
It is mid.
Also not a hot take.
Is it not mid that hits?
He said slander, though. He said slander, not hot takes. Slander. I'm just trying to think of some shit that's...
matter of fact... Oh, yeah, go ahead, son. I got you.
That's really all I... You feel me? Yeah, that shit. Feel me? That's it. Like, that's all I got for you.
All right, Sensei, I got something for you.
All right, go ahead, JD. My bad. I'm hearing an echo. Is there a reason why it's an echo?
I don't know. I hear it too.
I do hear a little bit.
What the fuck?
Bro, I thought I was high as hell.
I think it might be Allie's mic. I'm not sure.
I don't know, bro, because I'm hearing a super echo when everybody.
Yo, I had my shit on mute like I'm fucking tweaking, bro.
Hey, no, I definitely thought it was me. Like,
okay.
That was lit. And
I don't think it's me.
I'm like, I'm fucked up, B. I need to walk away.
Now, so my hot take is I'm gonna say this. So I have not finished Demon Slayer, so I want to preface this with
me neither, but it's going outside. Go ahead.
For me, Demon Slayer is one of the most overhyped, overrated series that I've read in my life, and I think everyone who buys these volumes and all these manga sales, there's people who just don't appreciate what good literature is.
They drones. Talk about it, King.
They don't appreciate good literature. They don't understand what it is that they're reading just because they've watched the anime. So now the anime has amplified their expectations of the manga, and they believe certain things like Muzan trying to convince Tanjiro to be like, oh no, you belong with me, or Muzan taking over Tanjiro, or all of these bullshit flashbacks with his family that he gets over and over again, convince you that that's good writing and good literature when it's literally bullshit. All of it is bullshit. Demon Slayer, to me, will never be anything more than average. Facts. And that is it. It is an average ass series, and there's a fact. Everyone who enjoys Demon Slayer, all they did is enjoy it because they wanted to enjoy what it is. It's not that it's a good story. They enjoyed it for what it is. So if you can differentiate between enjoying what you want to enjoy and a good story and a well-written story with good art, because Demon Slayer art is fucking ass. It's fucking terrible.
Wait, JD. So let me ask you, what's the top 3 highest overhyped anime? Most overhyped anime. I said highest, but I'm drunk.
Demon Slayer, Black Clover, and
why Black Clover?
Black Clover is overhyped. Really? It's overhyped. Yes, it is. It is. Black Clover is painfully average.
I've heard people say that shit is like top 3.
Really? No, Black Clover is
I have never heard average. That ever. Wow.
Painfully average. And also, and honestly, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think My Hero is vastly overrated as well.
It is.
My Hero's not overrated. It's actually good.
No,
it's
well,
just the manga's not, the manga's not adapted.
Well, Ali drunk and said. So overrated is not a bad thing, but I would say My Hero is like a 7 out of 10, but people laud it as like a 9 or 10 out of 10.
That's a fact.
Yeah, it's not that
people call it overrated. 7 out of 10 is not a bad.
Overhyped though.
My Hero is a bad manga, but I think it's
people be mad, bro. A 7 out of 10 is great.
7 out of 10 is good.
Great?
Good.
That's just not great. But 7 out of 10 is okay. It's good. Like okay, good.
It's a B.
Nah. I'm not saying it makes it 7 out of 10 makes it great. I'm just saying like 7 out of 10 is like that's a lot of credit. Cause I'm like super duper like real like picky on shit when I'm like really digging into it. So like for it to get a 7, bro, that's not bad, bro.
Like, but I said overhyped, Jay, not overrated.
It is overhyped.
I mean, that's the same thing.
It's still.
What's the difference, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like it's a difference, but maybe I'm drunk.
What's overhyped, overrated? What that?
Yeah, but Demon Slayer is the most overrated series in history. I'm comfortable in history.
I agree because like people wanted you to watch my Demon Slayer just because it was like, oh man, this shit looked good this one episode. I'm not watching just because y'all gassing up an episode. But I may watch My Hero because the whole season sounded like it was good. That's just my personal opinion.
That's what's up. Nay, hood nigga Nay, we back to you. You got one?
I know. I think my hot take for today would be Itachi is not the hero that everybody made him out to be.
Great.
Oh, y'all, you wildin'.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
I'm trying to stir the pot.
Let's get it.
Come on, Nate.
Let's
Talk
go.
about it, Queen. Talk about it.
What did she say? I didn't hear it.
I mean, I said Itachi is not the hero that everybody made him out to be.
Ooh,
fact.
Like this. Let me sit back.
That's a fact.
Here it is.
For me personally, I just think if a nigga killed his family for the government, like you, like no, bro, like that's not okay. Like it boiled down, like you took the leaf over your family, and you killed. I mean, you left your little brother, but like, you turned on your people.
Drizzt on the Toby Ramos right agenda.
What he wants. Those guys are retarded.
That's a fact. That is also
Toby
a
Rama
fact.
was right.
That is also a fact. But
They made it that way though.
That's what's up. That's a good hot take, G. GB.
I ain't got shit for you tonight, bro.
Damn, slander something, man.
Why he say it like that? He sounded.
Cause man, I've been on the anime and manga purge for 3 weeks.
I don't give a fuck. Slander something.
I haven't consumed shit, bro.
I don't give a fuck. Slander something.
What you want me to slander, man?
What you want to slander? I'm not gonna tell you what to slander.
Nigga, you definitely been throwing out shit for everybody.
Debatable.
Man, what am I upset with? Ain't nothing I really want to slander. I do want to give my on Fire Force. The manga is reviving the fucking anime for me. I felt like
do that shit, nigga. No.
I mean, that's a hot take. That's a hot take.
Hey, you asked the first opinion.
I asked him to give a
come on now, man.
Or slander something.
Come on now, dog.
Wait a minute. Praising
dog.
Wait a minute, Sensei.
Hey, come on,
praising
man.
something that most people don't think is good is
that's
a
hot
take. Come
that's
on
right.
now.
Let him speak.
But he said the manga. Everybody said the manga is good. That's not a hot take.
If you let me get to my point.
Not everybody.
I feel like the manga has revived the anime for me, and I am wanting to rewatch the anime now and see if it makes better sense to me. For a long time, I felt like Fire Force was in the same boat as Demon Slayer, where the animation and the sound design was really good for me. But I thought that the story had to have been cut weak as hell, or the pacing wasn't right for me. And reading the manga, I am convinced that that was the case. Thoroughly convinced, damn near. And I also say that the pacing that Fire Force has is different for me, but I can definitely see it being somewhat of a shonen pace for the future, for like the future of shonens, because I think it's a hard transition. They still trying to figure out the whole transition from long running, we're doing these expansive stories, to it's going to be seasonal and studios is changing. I think we still figuring that process out, and upcoming shonen's going to have to change how the story is written for that shit to really work. That's where I'm at since I haven't consumed for 3 weeks. I've been thinking about that all week.
Thank you, GB. We appreciate you for your nice take.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Sensei.
I love that satisfactory response from Sensei.
Oh, and also, Sensei, if I say it's my fave to me, that shit don't mean that I'm saying it's only for me. Like, it's my fave. That's just how I worded that shit. You can't keep harping on my semantics.
So it was a wording thing? Okay, that's fair.
I feel like you're taking the wording because it's my fave to me, and
I took that as
I'm not even entertaining any other intro you finna throw at me in 2019. Especially not. I'm not taking that Good Morning World shit over Inferno, bro. Okay. It's not happening.
We can have a debate.
It's Good Morning. You talking about the Dr. Stone opening one?
No. Wait. So
Dr. Stone opening one is fire, but it's not better than Inferno.
Let's give context.
Wait.
Let's give context.
I want to hear. JD, wait. Okay.
Let's give context because JD's high. I mean, not JD.
GB is high.
I'm not high.
And Sensei's drunk.
I am drunk. But context is, he tweeted out that the Fire Force opening was the best opening of 2019.
Cap.
To me was what he ended the statement with.
To
me with hella exclamation points, right? So I took that as I'm like, nigga, just say it, bro.
It doesn't change that it's cap. It's still cap.
Right. I'm like, stop trying to like be so defensive on like that opinion police shit. Like, we get it, bro. It's your opinion, but like, don't try to like constantly shut niggas out for like wanting to say something to you. I get it. But I was trolling him. And so he felt like he felt like no, I was just saying it like in general or whatever he just said just now. Which it's fine.
Whatever you just said now.
You're capping. It's definitely top 2 though. What also, you got as top 1, JD?
Who just unplugged their computer?
What I got to stop one. Wait, so one, I have a quick question. Did Fighting Gold come out in 2020?
Yes, 2019 is what we're saying.
Okay, so 2020 from
that shit fire.
So 2020 for me.
2019, nigga.
2019.
No, I'm talking about like you said. You asked me what is the best opening in 2020.
2019.
Right?
No, the question. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting. It's 2019. Okay.
You okay?
Wait, was he?
I've had a little bit. Leave me alone, nigga. I've had a little bit. I was just that little bit. Okay. So I would say there is 5 that I'm cool with, right? So we have Good Morning World, Dr. Stone, definitely.
Yes.
We had the Fire Force opening is heat.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. Demon Slayer opening was
Okay.
I may say Demon Slayer's that opening was heat. That was heat.
I don't think that anyone can argue that it's not.
Okay, so we got Fighting Gold 2. I have not heard the Vinland Saga opening, so I'm gonna leave that one out, right?
I like the outro.
I heard it was good.
Better.
And then we also have Over the Top One Piece. I think Over the Top was great, right?
Over the Top is fire.
I'm just saying it was good. I didn't say it was top.
I think it when it comes on.
Hey, I fucking love Pickle, bro. I love everybody. I love everybody that just with me.
That was like 5 people at once for this.
That was so funny, bro. Everyone's like, I don't know, nigga.
Like, I'm definitely not gonna take music recommendations from Jay. Like,
okay,
I like the outro for Villain better. Than
what's that Doja Cat joint you been singing, bro?
Say so slaps. Anyway,
I fuck with it, bro.
For me, bro, Good Morning World is number one. All right, I
love Good Morning World. So I was saying Good Morning World was better than Fire Force initially. But then the more I was listening to the Fire Force, and then I ended up adding it to my gym playlist.
Worked out to that shit. Changed your life.
Changed
your life.
Cardio. I did cardio to Good Morning World, and it's the first song I start my cardio with. And I'm like,
I end with cardio.
Yeah, but I start with cardio. That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly. That's the difference, G. So it's just a matter of just how we consume in the shit. So I'm rolling, bro. I love both openings. But no, it was just funny that he was like, to me. I'm like, nigga, don't nobody give a fuck.
I seen that shit when I got on Twitter tweeted about the stream and shit. I'm like, right, this nigga fried my ass on Twitter all day.
I didn't fry you. You ain't even respond. You ain't even respond.
I don't be responding, bro. I got like a time limit. I got a time limit on when I respond too. If I don't see that shit same day, I damn near don't say shit.
That should be weird too. We should
I
have talked.
don't know why I'm that way.
Talked about that
if
when
I
we was
don't
on the
answer
Twitter
you the
topic.
same day or within the hour, that's it.
Bro, when we was on the Twitter talk, we should have talked about that. Like, what's timely response? I be seeing a lot of 13 hours. 13 hours ago, this nigga said this. It's like, damn, G, that nigga ain't think about that shit now.
I think if I was like a bigger channel or some shit, and I felt like I had some type of responsibility to reply back to enough people, I might think about it. But
you don't think you have enough responsibility?
Right, you big enough. Now? You big enough, nigga. You be getting like 36 likes. 36
but my replies don't be
retweets.
Popping like that. Like my ratio be off. So
it's about the replies and the ratio now, huh?
I'm not even what I'm saying is
clout,
like
huh?
I'm talking about my ratio of conversations I want to have to conversations I don't want to have, because that shit matters to me when you reply. Some people reply and is not really shit to talk back to. So since I don't have that many notifications, I've just never gotten the habit of checking them.
Also, niggas just don't be in the mood to do that. Like,
that's right. Sometimes like the mental investment it's taken when you reply to somebody, it's just like I don't even want to get
exactly.
into it. I'll just like it and I'm moving on.
Like GB can get that take, bro. That was the best. That was the best opening in 2019. The nigga respond, why do you think that was the best? And it's just like,
I'm moving on. Like I don't care.
I really don't want to do this with
my favorite response. My favorite responses to those tweets is just somebody coming in the comments be like, no.
That shit be funny as hell, bro. Like I be laughing so hard at these motherfuckers. That shit be hilarious, dog. But that's it, G. Good shit, GB. Good shit, JD, for standing on your hill. Where everybody Joe ass on that over the top shit. Over the top shit.
Nobody give a damn about no one dream, one wish.
Bro, no, because niggas
over the top.
How did you not mention the Promised Neverland or Dororo?
Oh, I'm a fraud. Yeah. Touch off.
Bro, that's why I hum so long, because I'm like, come on, bro, let me let this nigga
I completely forgot about Touch Off. My bad. Touch Off really Come on, dog. That's on here.
Bro, that shit is too fire, bro. Oh shit. But yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate every fucking body for pulling up to the stream, man, and giving y'all hottest takes and y'all thoughts on these topics. The next glove off probably won't be until AnyCon 2020, which is June 5th and June 6th, the first weekends of June. So pull up to that. I'll be obviously letting niggas know, what it is. I let niggas know. Niggas know.
This nigga do not be letting niggas know.
I let niggas know, bro. If I do anything, niggas are letting know.
Okay, but except for last week when you invited me to Gloves Off and you literally invited me the same day. Like, you didn't even let me know the day before so I could at least kind of get ready. It was just like, hey, it's tonight. And I'm like,
be needing 27 hours before she can like,
that's low. Why you coming for Pickle though?
I'm not like the rest of you heathens who don't have to go anywhere and not look cute. I'm cute. So I have to put time and energy into something. You need to let me know. I'm not like people who can just sit in their room and just, I'm gonna stream right now. I got stuff going on. I don't know what you're doing, but I feel like
you generalizing me.
Right. She's generalizing.
I ain't say nobody name. I ain't say nobody name, but a hit dog will holler. A hit dog will holler, huh?
You guys. But nah, you did decent today, Sensei. You just ain't hit me with the link. But I was also at work. I told your ass I probably wouldn't even be able to make this
What's
shit.
funny is this is what I've done because the first 3 streams that I would do, I would like just send the link out 5 minutes before the stream and hope niggas pull up on time. Niggas don't pull up on time. So like now,
so you need to give me a schedule. You need to let us know ahead of time so we know to make room for you.
I mean, yes, okay, you're right.
Sensei act like our lives revolve around him. Like let us know so we can make room for you.
Absolute cap. That's absolute cap.
If I got the link early, I would have showed up on time.
I appreciate you, Slam. I asked niggas. I faithfully asked niggas what day works for you.
No, so, he did ask me though. This time. Last week was a different story.
Last week was different, definitely. But
last week was different.
But yeah, no. Now it's like, all right, let me put the links in. Like, let me copy and paste it in niggas' DMs, and I'm gonna send it when it's time.
Sensei got +1 consideration points as a grown man.
You got him writing. That's what's up.
I hella forgot to hit send on GB shit. So he texted me the whole time, nigga, I don't have a link. What the fuck is your problem? Bro, I feel like you don't fuck with me, G. He texted me. I'm like, why is he trolling me right now knowing I'm streaming? Just jump in. And he's like, I don't have the link. I'm like, bro, he's lying. I go to Twitter and I seen he had, I'm like, oh shit, bro.
Yeah, you need a better scheduler, bro.
Bro, that's why Moogie don't fuck with me now.
It's cool though. I see you come along.
Wow.
Hey, and by the way,
you was not supposed to bring that shit up in public.
I wasn't. Wow. But by the way, I'm not talking about Matt B. G. I love Matt B. We not talking about Matt B. We talking about bro. That's not cap. That's not cap. We talking about somebody completely different.
Hey, I will say this. I will say this time though, bro. You did like tell niggas like 3-4 days ago.
Yes, and I give niggas reminders.
This time though, all the other times,
the time, bro. Every other time I do that shit. Like,
hey, how y'all be getting in on the Monopoly? I'm trying to join that shit one night.
I want to play Monopoly so bad. You gotta hit up either me or JD. That's what you gotta do. Most mainly JD.
I'm gonna let you know how that shit works, but yeah, you gotta hit up JD for the acceptance.
We're gonna have to start cycling people out the next few times we're gonna play.
Yeah,
because Sensei be just in there losing for no reason and don't let nobody else in.
It be a reason, bro. Niggas be
damn, yo, you be in there getting whooped.
Low key, it's always me, Townsy, Jay, or Drizzt that win.
Right,
every single
time.
Everybody
else
I just want to say that. I just want to say this though, bro. I played twice. And
you got clapped both times.
It do be a lot of niggas winning, the same niggas winning, bro. But that shit is not about skill.
It's about luck,
Monopoly always been about the politics,
bro.
It's all RNG.
I think yesterday I got the worst luck I think I've ever in all of Monopoly in my whole life.
Bogus ass luck, and then niggas just scamming niggas on the fucking trade.
We were actually thinking
it's luck and politics. That's all Monopoly
Sensei,
is.
We were actually thinking about playing Scriblio sometime.
That?
That would be lit.
It's basically just online Pictionary. It's a browser game. You don't even have to pay for it. You just gotta go to a site and then you can make a room and just draw shit.
Should do that. That would be fire.
All right, let me know. But nevertheless, niggas, I appreciate y'all for all pulling up, man, and having this
conversation. Bro. Always.
Thank you for
like the stream, niggas. Subscribe if you new.
Yeah, make sure you like.
I'm gonna drop everybody's socials and shit in the
except for Twitterless Glam.
Except for Twitterless Glam. That's what I put you in last time, didn't I, Glam?
I saw it.
Funny as hell.
Jay's Discord.
Twitterless Glam, but everybody else I'm gonna put down in the description below. So make sure y'all follow them. Fuck with all of their content, man, because these some dope ass individuals, man. So like I said, man, I appreciate all of y'all for pulling up. I appreciate everybody for liking the stream. I appreciate everybody for commenting and talking shit. Shout out to Yoshihiro Tagashi, because apparently he's going crazy in the chat right now. I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, dude, he's like going off. He literally tried to call you weak because you didn't try to jump on me about my hot take, like.
But why though? Like
he's just tripping. Like the thing is, he don't understand that me and you go back and forth all the time, no matter what platform we're on. Like he's not like Sensei is not letting me get a pass. Like I'm just stating what I have to say.
We just gotta leave Oda and Togashi alone.
I do be leaving Oda and Togashi. That's why I'm like, I'm just.
You just gotta leave him alone.
But yeah, man, I appreciate all of y'all for pulling up, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Fuck with the kids, Sensei the glove. Other than that, I'm out.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Niggas. I hate when it lag when I'm trying to end stream, but the stream still